and welcome into the Nicolay Field on a Sunday afternoon as we get ready for Game 3 of this three-game set between the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We have a rubber match on this Sunday afternoon. The Fighting Irish took Game 1 by a score of 3-0, and then in Game 2, the Bulldog Bats woke up as they took that one 7-3. So everything is on the table here in Game 3, and the Bulldogs will turn to Jack Florig to get the job done today. Florig been the workhorse of the staff this year. This will be his 8th start of the year. He's thrown 42 innings to a 3.64 ERA, a 1.36 whip with 24 strikeouts and 11 walks. Looking at the rest of the Bulldog defense today, in the outfield from left to right is Carson Meister, Brock Hudick, and Tyler Hall. Infield left to right is Isaac Jermu, Jesse Leyva, Ty Parent, and Connor Davies. Doing the catching today will be Damon Harris, and of course on the mound is Jack Florig. Warm-up throw from Harris goes down to second, which means we are set for Bulldog baseball here on Adrian College TV. My name is Remington Gilniak, and we should be in for a good one today. The Fighting Irish come into play today with a record of 5-3, 4-1 in the conference, however. Bulldogs have played a lot of games so far, 14-12 on the season. They are 6-6 in the conference. So leading off for the Fighting Irish today will be the left fielder, Brendan Goodrow. It's a fairly cloudy day here on the campus of Adrian College. Looking at the flags, looks like we have some right to left wind. First pitch from Florig. We fouled back to the screen from Goodrow. Wind not too strong, but yes, it is right to left, so right-handed hitters want to be out in front of it today. Anything in the air to right field will just get killed by that wind. Next one from Florig. Fastball just off the outer edge there. It's going to even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. The left fielder, Meister, very deep out in left field, not wanting anything over his head here. 1-1. Looked like the changeup there from Florig misses well above the letters. Count's going to move to 2-1. Command not been an issue for Florig. Only 11 walks and 42 innings pitched. He is a strike thrower. That one from Goodrow. Line drive over the head of Parent into right field. It'll be a leadoff single for the Irish as Goodrow got beat on, looked like a fastball on the inside edge there. Able to muscle that one over Parent's head. It's going to be a leadoff base runner for the Irish. It's going to bring up Joseph Ballard, who will be doing the pitching today in this one. Goodrow leads off of first. Not too big of a lead over there as Florig comes set. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the outer edge. Looked like the changeup from Florig. It's going to be a big weapon for him today. He really works that fastball, changeup, curveball combo. He is a tough matchup for any left-handed hitter. Florig set. Checks the runner, and he's going. That one taps foul at the plate. Florig and the rest of the Bulldogs very fortunate that Ballard fouled that one off as Goodrow with an excellent jump over that first base. Really, the catcher Harris would have had no play on that one. But instead, the count's going to move to 0-2. Goodrow still at first. Florig looks in for the sign. Gets the one he wants. Comes set. Checks on the runner. Goodrow at first. Leg comes up, and he's going again. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Left side of the infield. Third baseman Jermu under it, drifting to his left. He will put the squeeze on it. Ballard is retired. So we'll take a look at the rest of this Irish line if you've ever seen Goodrow and Ballard. Followed by Anthony Ingram, Daniel Durkin, Christopher Aris, Thomas Toole, Parker Davidson, John Boscarino, and Holden Deach. First pitch to Ingram. That one's going to miss up and out of the zone. Florig comes set. Goodrow finally gets his lead off of first. It's not a big one, but it has Florig timed up. Slide step delivery. Swing, tap, foul. Looks like he caught a piece of Harris there. Counts moved to 1 ball, 1 strike. Meister's still very deep in left. Hudick in center fairly standard, as well as Hall out in right. 1-1. Florig checks the runner, checks again. The pitch, runner goes again, swinging a line drive, but foul. Down the left field line. Florig went with the fastball there, wanted to give his catcher Harris a chance as Goodrow not been shy about wanting to take second base. Ingram was waiting on it, just a little bit out in front of it, and yanks it well foul. Count now 1-2. Florig gets the sign, checks on Goodrow at first base, goes into the motion, the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball, foul ball. Third base line, good hands by the third base coach. Sure, he'll get some brownie points from his guys up in that Fighting Irish dugout. Count remains 1-2. Florig looks in, gets the one he wants, checks on Goodrow at first. Here's the pitch, Goodrow running again, line drive, that one's going to get down into left field. Meister cuts it off, Goodrow around second. He will make it in a third without a throw. Ingram, big turnaround first. He'll be forced to stay there. It's going to be a one-out single for Anthony Ingram. Fighting Irish, runners on the corner with one away. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Daniel Durkin. Florig, a big ground ball pitcher. Not a ton of speed at first at Ingram. Not slow by any means, but certainly not a track star. Florig comes set. First pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right field. Out goes Perrin. In comes Hall, but it'll be Perrin in the gap. He'll fire home, but nothing doing is Harris. The nice slide and grab to prevent that one from getting away. It was a nice play by Perrin. It's going to be 2 away for the Bulldogs now, as it's always a tough play. Durkin kind of caught that off the end and popped it straight up. Perrin was shaded well up the middle playing for the double play. Had to go a long way for it. Was able to get there and then make a reverse pivot throw that he kind of yanked arm side a little bit, but Harris did a great job of getting over to make an impressive scoop. So 2 away now. It's going to bring in Christopher Aris. First pitch to him, fouled straight back to the screen. Haven't seen any movement at first from Ingram. Not much of a lead over there, especially compared to what we saw from Goodrow. Counts 0-1 to Aris. Comes set. Big jump off of first. Florig's going to step off. He's got him in the rundown. Checking on the runner. Florig sprints at him. Ingram going home as Goodrow. Throw to the plate is in time. They got him. Textbook rundown from the Bulldogs. Florig runs back Ingram. Goodrow takes off from third. And Perrin fires a perfect throw home. Harris puts the tag down, and that's going to do it for the top of the first. The Irish get 2 hits in the inning but do not score. We've played half an inning here at Nicolay Field. 0-0. We'll head to the bottom of the first here on Adrian College TV.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning getting ready to get played here. Before we get to that, we're going to take a look at the Bulldogs starting lineup. First 3 are Brock Hudick, Tyler Hall, and Jesse Leyva. Middle 3, Isaac Jermu, Connor Davies, and Andrew Walker. And bottom 3, Damon Harris, Carson Meister, and Ty Perrin. And that lineup is going to be tasked with the hard-throwing right-hander, Joseph Ballard. The tall right-hander. Just watched him warm up here, been very firm with the fastball early on. So we're going to take a look. The Notre Dame defense. In the outfield from left to right is Brandon Goodrow, Christopher Aris, and Thomas Toole. Infield left to right, Holden Deach, John Buscarino. Anthony Ingram and Daniel Durkin. Doing the catch today is Parker Davidson. And, of course, on the mound is Joseph Ballard. Leading off for the Bulldogs today, going to be the center fielder, Brock Hudick. Hudick has been red hot over the last couple weeks now. OPS on the season, over 1,000. First pitch to him. It's going to miss just off the outer edge there. Looked pretty good from here. Hall plate umpire did not agree. Third baseman Deach about even with the bag, not really playing the bunt with Hudick. 0-1 from Ballard. Swinging a ground ball, left side, diving stop. Throw on to first, but they're not going to have a play. Hudick beats it easily. It's going to be a leadoff single for Hudick. And every time Hudick is on, there is a threat to steal. It was a great stop by Buscarino to even get to that ball and put a glove on it and field it cleanly. But just too much speed from Hudick coming out of that left-handed batter's box. Just absolutely no time to make a play there. It's going to bring up Tyler Hall now, who owns the highest OPS in this Bulldog lineup. 1.122 on the season. Ballard comes set. First pitch to Hall. Swinging a fly ball, sent down the left field line, but that one's going to get out of play. Ballard going to get ahead of Hall here. Didn't see much of a lead there from Hudick. Looking at the flags out in right field. Looks like a bit of a wind change. Instead of right to left, we're more in from right now. It's going to work against Tyler Hall here. Ballard's going to get the sign, check on Hudick. Sizable lead at first base for the Bulldogs center fielder. Ballard set, checks him again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's actually foul tipped in the glove. Nonetheless, count's going to move to 0-2 to Hall now. It's Ballard doing a great job at really pitching at his pace in this at-bat. Hudick unable to really get a read on Ballard. That last pitch came set for what felt like a minute. The reality was more about 8 seconds he was set, which is still a very long time for any pitcher. 0-2 to Hall. Swinging a ground ball sent out to Buscarino at short. Field, throw on to second base. In time there, but going to be no play at first. Hall beats it out. Going to ground into the 6'4 fielder's choice. It's going to bring up the Bulldogs shortstop Jesse Leyva. Again, another really nice play by Buscarino. He had to go to his right once again. It was a low feed to Ingram at second base, but not in the dirt. But again, the top of the Bulldog lineup with so much speed with Hudick and Hall. Hall was about 5 steps past the bag the time the throw finally arrived over there. So Ballard comes set, checks on Hall. First pitch to Leyva. Breaking ball misses well out of the zone. Good stop by Davidson, able to slide to his right, knock that one down. Count's going to move to 1-0. Bulldog lineup looking to keep the bats hot. Put up 7 runs in their last game after being shut out in game 1. They're going to want to win this one. The bats are going to have to get going early. 1-0 to Leyva, misses well above the zone. Count's going to move to 2-0. Leyva, great job laying off some early pitches. Got himself in a good count. Likely going to see a fastball here, and Leyva, a great fastball hitter. It's a great job of getting around on the baseball, getting the bat head out in front. Seen him pull plenty of balls in the left field early on in the season. Ballard set. Here's the 2-0. Playing a foul ball, sent back. It's going to get out of play. Leyva was on the fastball. It was a good pitch by Ballard. Looked like it was up and away, still in the zone. Leyva just unable to get on plane with it. Fouled it straight back, but the timing was there. Count is 2-1. Botto gets the sign, comes set. Hall, average lead over there at first base. Throw over there. Hall back in easily. It's a quick move from Ballard. One of the better ones you're going to see in NCBA baseball. Ballard shakes. Shakes again. Gets the one he wants. He will come set. Leyva waiting the 2-1. Here it is. Breaking ball. Center cut. It's going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Leyva. Good decision by Ballard to change up the speed there. So that is a It's a sharp bender that really started at the hip of Leyva, ended up breaking basically right into the middle of the plate. Everyone in that Bulldog bench on the top step. Definitely taking note of that. Here's the 2-2 to Leyva. Swinging a ground ball, sent out to short. Boscarino field, slip over to Ingram, throw over to first, and a 6-4 play for the Irish. Bulldogs get one hit in the inning but do not score. We've played one here at Nicolay Field. 0-0. We head to the top of the second here on Adrian College TV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field. Top of the second inning being ready to get played. It was a weird end to the top of the first inning as Ingram maybe intentionally got in the rundown at first base. Florig stepped off, ran him back. When he did flip over to Perrin, that's when Goodrow, the runner on third, took off, but was tagged out at home. First pitch to the center fielder, Christopher Harris, is going to be down low. Florig falls behind Harris. Goes in the windup immediately. The 1-0. Fastball misses up and out. Counts move to 2-0. It's 5-6-7 due up here in the second. That's Christopher Harris, Thomas Toole, and Parker Davidson. 2-0 from Florig. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right field. Out goes Perrin. In comes Hall, and it'll be Hall putting the squeeze on that one. Harris is retired. Looked like the fastball there from Florig. Harris a little bit out in front of it, kind of lunged at it. Popped it straight up into right field. Again, that wind out there is going to knock everything down in right field as Hall easily came in to make the grab. First pitch to Toole, breaking ball, bends into the strike zone. Florig gets ahead of Toole. Goes in the motion once again. It's going to be a tap foul on third base line. Florig quickly ahead of Toole, 0-2 now. As Florig has shown, he has plenty of weapons he can put hitters away with. Florig gets the one he wants, goes into the windup, the 0-2. Swinging a pop-up, first base side drifting, and that one's going to get out of play and into the parking lot. Davies gave chase to it, but it was no use. No Bulldogs in the field today with sunglasses on, as again, it's fairly cloudy. Sun's trying to peek through down the third base line. Not sure if it's going to today. Here's the 0-2 from Florig. And breaking ball just misses off the outer edge. It ended up making it back to the plate, but not in time, according to the home plate umpire. Count's going to move to 1-2. It's a great 0-2 from Florig. Goes into the motion immediately. The 1-2. Swinging a line drive up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Thomas Toole going to reach here with one away. Florig gave him the outside fastball. Toole got out in front of it, rolled it over, but able to get enough of it to get it past Perrin and get it up the middle. It's going to bring up the catcher, Parker Davidson now. Davidson, not necessarily known for the bat, mainly a defensive catcher. But early on in this game, Irish would love him to at least make a productive out here. Move Toole into scoring position. A lot of speed for the Fighting Irish right fielder. Sizable lead off first. Floor comes set. Leg comes up. Showing bunt is Davidson. Pulls back. Fastball's going to miss just off the plate. Florig wanted that one. Home plate umpire signals that it was indeed outside. Man, if Florig's not getting that call today, it's going to be a serious challenge to navigate this Fighting Irish lineup. 1-0 from Florig. That one lifted. Deep right field. Back goes Hall. He will make the grab. Toole will retreat back to first as Davidson is retired. Looked like the changeup from Florig. Davidson was on it, a little bit out in front of it. Not a ton of power from the Fighting Irish catcher. That wind again in right field is definitely fully blowing in now, as that killed any chance that ball had of burning Hall. So with 2 away, it's going to bring up the shortstop, John Boscarino. Florig holds the set for a long time. Time is called at the plate. Florig taking a book out of Bollard's book. We saw that last inning from Bollard. Really holds that set position for a long time. This time Florig immediately comes set. First pitch, runner's going. That one's going to miss way down in the dirt. Toole's going to swipe second without a throw. Nothing the catcher Harris could do there. Looked at the changeup from Florig. It was down and into a right-handed hitter. And as a catcher, you really just have no chance of making a play there. So Toole moves into scoring position. Count is 1-0 to Boscarino. Florig checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen, pretty much right at us over here. Thankfully, we have this net in front of us. Count's going to move to 1-1. Bulldog outfield, standard depth. Meister has moved in a step or two since we last spoke about him. Florig checks the runner, Toole. Toole's sizable lead. That one's going to be popped up. It's on the third base line, drifting. Back goes Harris, but it's going to get out of play. Off the roof of the stands here at the Nick. Florig ahead of the Fighting Irish 8-hitter. Boscarino 1-2 now. Looking for his first strikeout of the game. It's been a lot of fly balls in this one. Already 5 flyout/pop-ups for the Fighting Irish through 5 outs in this one. Florig looking to escape trouble here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him out on strikes, pulled the steer at the changeup. The Fighting Irish threaten again but do not score. It's 0 runs on 1 hit. We've played 1.5 here at Nicolay Field, 0-0. We head to the bottom of the second here on Adrian College TV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field. Getting ready to play the bottom of the second inning here in a scoreless game. Bulldogs did have a hit in the bottom half of the first inning, but the pitcher Bollard still facing the minimum after he got Jesse Leva to ground into the 6-4-3 double play. So that means 4-5-6. That is Isaac Jermu, Connor Davies, and Andrew Walker. First of those will be Isaac Jermu. Climbs in here. Wind still blowing in from right. Picked up now. You definitely feel the breeze around here. As Bollard works out of the stretch, he'll come set. First pitch to Jermu. Fastball just off the outer edge. Boy, looked pretty good from up here. It's really the second or third time we've seen that exact same pitch. Umpire not budged on that one. Curious to see how that changes as this one moves on. 1-0 to Jermu. Swinging a line drive, sent out to center field. Back goes Ayers, still going back, and it's going to be off his glove. It's going to get away from him. Jermu racing around second base, and he is injured. Came up hobbling right as he got to second base. He is down, forced to stay at second. Would have easily been on third there. Man, as soon as he got to second base, pulled the hamstring, still down on the field. So we're going to go to a short break here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Club Baseball on Adrian College TV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back. Still in the bottom of the second inning here, Isaac Jermu just let things off with a laced double in straightaway center field, but as he was racing around second, came up hobbling, immediately went down, grabbed, looked like the left hamstring. Both Bulldog coaches still discussing, and it looks like Jermu's going to stay in the game here. A little surprising there is he pretty much went down immediately. It was about a step before he got the second. Would have been in third fairly easily, as once it went off the glove of Eris, really trickled about, say, about another 10 feet behind him and another 15 to his left. So Jermu's going to stay in the game. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Connor Davies. Early RBI opportunity for the team leader in RBIs. Bollard comes set. Not much of a lead from Jermu. Not really a threat to steal here. First pitch of Davies. Fastball misses well up and out of the zone. As really Bollard, although early, has really dictated the pace at which he is pitching. And maybe that about 2-minute delay there might have messed with him a little bit. Has to get re-warm again, as timing was all off on that first pitch. Falls behind Davies 1-0. Bollard comes set again. Checks on Jermu. Lead about even with the shortstop. Takes a step back. 1-0 to Davies. Swinging a line drive. Base hit into right field. Toole picks it up. Jermu will be held at third. Not much speed over there from Jermu. Davies comes through for the Bulldogs. Gets a hit here. They got him on the corners. Only nobody out here. It's going to bring up Andrew Walker, the designated hitter today. First time we've said his name. Wearing the number 38 today. Coming into play with an 844 OPS. One of the better hitters in this Bulldog lineup in the sixth spot today. Has an early RBI opportunity here. Runs will be tough to come by off of Bollard. Very important for the Bulldogs to cash in here. Bollard comes set. First pitch to Walker. Breaking ball, wave, and a miss. Another good one from Bollard there. Started at the hit, broke in the middle of the play. Walker read it, knew it was coming back, but still way out in front of it. Threw the arms at it, came up empty. Count 0-1. Bollard comes set. Pretty much no lead off of first for Davies. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Same pitch from Bollard. Walker not even close to it. Count quickly 0-2, as pretty much all Walker has to do here is put a ball in play. Even a double play up the middle gets the run home. Not ideal for the Bulldogs, but better than the alternative, which would be the strikeout. Here comes Bollard with the 0-2. Good stop from Parker Davidson. It looked like the changeup from Bollard just yanked it 58 feet and into the left-handed batter's box, but great stop by Davidson to slide to his right and knock that one down. Runners will be forced to be held. Count is 1-2 to Walker. Bollard comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him out on strikes. Looked like the heater on the inside edge. Walker just got beat on it. It's going to bring up the catcher, Damon Harris. Harris, not his best day at the plate yesterday. Best thing about baseball, it's a new day. Comes in 798 OPS. Again, that's one of the better marks in this Bulldog lineup. Runners still in the corners, one away. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the second. Here in Game 3, the rubber match between the Fighting Irish and the Bulldogs. Bollard set, checks on the runner Davies. First pitch, swinging a ground ball out to shortstop. Boscarino fields, flip over to Ingram, throw on to first. And it's another double play for the Fighting Irish. This one gets them out of trouble. Bulldogs had first and third, nobody out, but great job by Bollard to pitch around it. We have played two here at Nicolay Field, 0-0. We head to the top of the third here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning here at Nicolay Field. We have a scoreless game as Jack Floric heads out for his third inning of work. Although we haven't seen any runs on the scoreboard yet, both teams have threatened. Both teams have left runners on the corners, different ways. Nonetheless, still scoreless. Isaac Jermoon, the big story from last inning, remains in the game at third base. As the throwdown from Harris means we are ready. Top of the third inning for the Irish, it's going to be 9-1-2. That's Hayden Deach, Brendan Goodrow, and Joseph Bollard. Deach ready for his first plate appearance of the day. Florg ended the second inning with his first strikeout of the day, yet to get a ground ball that found a glove in this one. He goes into the motion, first pitch. Changeup, top of the zone, called, strike. Very, very vocal umpire today as he's making sure everyone in the area code knows that that one was a strike. 0-1 from Florg, changeup misses well up and out of the zone. It's going to even things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're Florg, it's important to retire the 9-hitter Deach here before you get to the big boys at the top. 1-1, wave and a miss, pulled the string once again. Changeup started at the knees, fell off the table at the last second. Florg in position for his second straight strikeout. Count is 1-2. Florg shakes, gets the one he wants, goes into the motion. Here's the 1-2. One with the changeup once again. This one, Deach was able to lay off of. Counts can move to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brendan Goodrow waiting on deck. 2-2 from Florg. Swinging a foul, sent back to the screen. Take the fastball from Florg. Deach a little out in front of it. Be shocked to see another fastball here as Deach just kind of stepped in, waved his arms out in front of it, sent it straight back. Count remains 2-2. Florg into the motion, the pitch. Swinging a line drive, foul. Just fouled on the left field line. Looked like the changeup from Florg. Left it middle. Deach put a barrel on it, but just yanked it about 3 feet down the left field line. Bulldogs catch a break. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not sure why the home plate umpires might have been getting a new baseball. Count is 2-2. Pitch from Florg. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right center field. That one's actually going back. It's going to be Hall in the right center gap. Going to make the grab. Florg gets Teach to fly out. Already the 8th flyout / pop-up for the Irish today. They've yet to put a ball on the ground that has found a glove. Now, off the bat, didn't look like much from Deach, but that ball kind of just kept carrying as we got the flags. Looks like it's still blowing in from right. It's going to bring up Goodrow. First pitch to him. Backdoor breaking ball, catches the corner. Count moves to 0-1. Next one from Florig. Changeup's going to miss above the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike. To lead off the ball game, Goodrow lined a single into right field. Didn't hit it hard, but got it over the head of Perrin. Next one, line drive left field. This one's going to be trouble. It's going to get down in the gap. Meister unable to cut it off. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Goodrow motoring around second. He's not stopping. He's going for third. The throw is cut off. It's going to be a 1-out triple for Brendan Goodrow. Looked like the changeup from Florig once again. Not a bad pitch on the outer edge. Goodrow was out in front of it, but stayed back just long enough to put a good swing on it. Meister tried to cut it off, but this turf here at Nicolay Field, extremely bouncy. Bounces right over the head of Meister. Not much he can do about it. Would have been a great play to cut it off. Instead, the Fighting Irish have a runner on third with 1 away for maybe the best hitter in this lineup, Joseph Bollard. Florig goes in the motion. First pitch to Bollard. Called, strike, changeup at the knees. Great pitch there from Mr. Jack Florig. Still working out of the windup with the runner on third. Here's the 1-0 to Bollard. One with the changeup once again. It's going to miss outside. Looks like Davies, the first baseman, playing in the grass. Anything hard hit to him, he's going to be looking for immediately. Everyone else likely looking to get the out at one, especially second baseman Perrin, playing in the outfield grass about a step deep. Shortstop Lave about a step in from the grass. Jermu about 2 steps behind the bag at third. Bulldogs willing to trade an out for a run here. 2-1. Fastball just misses outside. Umpire been unforgiving on that one all day in this one. Count's going to move to 3-1 to Bollard. If he were to reach, it's going to be Anthony Ingram on deck. 3-1. Fastball is going to miss just below the knees. Didn't look bad from up here. Home plate umpire disagrees. It's going to be a 1-out walk for Bollard. It's going to put runners on the corner once again for the Fighting Irish and bring up second baseman Anthony Ingram. Last time up, Ingram laced a line drive single into left center, and on that one, Meister made a great play to cut it off. Runners on the corners, 1 away. Bollard is running. Harris is going to eat that one. Looked like he was going to throw that one to third base. Looks like the pitch was a called ball. It's going to be second and third now. And if you're the Fighting Irish, this is the man you want up at the plate, Anthony Ingram. Gets the righty-lefty platoon advantage. Floor goes in the motion, the 1-0. Swinging a foul tip off the glove of Harrison back to the screen. Count moves, 1 ball, 1 strike. Really the main weapon for Florig so far in this one has been the changeup. It's been getting these Fighting Irish hitters out in front, force them to pop it up. See if they can adjust to that. Next one, line drive. Fielded by Leva. Throwing to Davies at first. He is retired. Throw to third is high. Jermuth, little leap. But the run is going to score on the play as Goodrow comes in. It's going to be an RBI ground out for Ingram. The Fighting Irish strike first in this one. It is 1-0 here in the top of the third. And they are still in business. Joseph Bollard on third base. It's going to bring up Daniel Durkin. First pitch from Florig. Swing and a miss off the glove of Harris. Looked like the changeup there. A lot of arm side movement on that one. Harris might have overcorrected to it and got it off the palm/wrist area. Didn't get far enough for Bollard to come in and score. Florig ahead, 0-1 the pitch. Fastball misses above the letters. Man, Bollard getting huge secondary leads over there. Anything that squirts by Harris, he will easily be able to come in and score. Quickly in the motion is Florig. The 1-1 fastball misses well outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Durkin. Durkin popped up to Perrin his last time up. Florig in the motion, the 2-1. Playing a fly ball, center field. Ranging back is Hudick. Camps underneath this one. He'll put the squeeze on it. And the side is retired. The Fighting Irish score 1 run on 1 hit. They lead at 1-0. We've played 2.5 here at Nicolay Field. We'll head to the bottom of the third here on Adrian College TV.
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning being ready to get played here. Bulldogs have had a few base runners in this one. However, they have not been able to crack the scoreboard yet. Irish struck first in the top half of this inning on the RBI ground out from Anthony Ingram. It's going to be 8-9-1. Due up for the Bulldogs here in the third. That is Carson Meister, Ty Perrin, and then Brock Hudick. Throw down from Davidson means we are ready to get played here in the bottom of the third inning. Carson Meister, the left fielder, made a nice defensive play in the first inning, and then a bit of a misplay on a similar situation. Steps in to hopefully get things started for the Bulldogs here in the third. Comes in with a 424 OPS. That's the lowest mark by a good margin in this lineup today. But looking to get on and get his team's bats going. Ballard still working out the stretch. Comes set. First pitch to Meister. Swinging a fly ball. Popped up. In comes the pitcher, Ballard, right on the line. He'll put the squeeze on it. And one pitch, one out here in the bottom of the third inning as Meister pops up. It's going to bring up the second baseman, the speedy Ty Perrin. Saw Perrin yesterday get a bunt down, able to reach base off of that. It's really his go-to, I guess, strategy for him is anytime you got a fast runner like that, Perrin looking to keep the ball on the ground, use those legs. Not a ton of power from the short-statured lefty. Ballard out of the stretch, first pitch. Fastball misses well outside. Of the misses we have seen from Ballard so far, there haven't been a ton, but they've mainly been arm side. That generally means the legs are working a little bit faster than the arm, unable to get the full motion through and finish down into the zone. The 1-0 fastball misses below the knees of Perrin. 2 balls, no strikes. The Bulldogs second baseman looking to get his speed aboard. The big boys up top like Hudick and Hall. Perrin in a power position here. Count is 2-0. Ballard gets the one he wants. Comes set. Glove at the waist. Here's a 2-0 to Perrin. Fastball misses well up. Count moves. 3 balls, no strikes. Again, if Perrin gets on here, it's going to set up Brock Hudick nicely. More importantly, give the Bulldogs a lot of speed over there on first. See if they can do anything with it. For now, the count is 3-0. Pitch. Center cut fastball called. Strike one. It's a good pitch by Ballard there. Just had to get one over the plate there. Delivered a firm fastball. Perrin taking all the way. Ballard gets the one he wants. Comes set once again. Parker Davidson basically set up in the middle once again. 3-1. Perrin showing bunt. Breaking ball comes back. Catches the corner. It's a great 3-1 from Ballard there. That one started a good foot in the right-handed batter's box. Ended up breaking back over the corner. Count moves full. Here's the pitch to Perrin. And called. Strike 3 on the outer edge. Went back to the breaking ball. Catches the corner, and Perrin sent down on strikes. And that's going to flip over the order now. It's going to bring up Brock Hudick, who reached on an infield single back in the first. Later retired on the fielder's choice by Tyler Hall. Looking to get things going here with 2 outs. Ballard comes set. First pitch to Hudick. Swinging a tap foul back to the screen. Hudick out in front of the heater there. As we've seen the shortstop, John Boscarino, move a couple steps to his right after a few Bulldog lefties have hit one over there. Anticipating it again, second baseman Ingram shaded up the middle. The right fielder Toole very shallow over and right. 0-1 from Ballard, misses well outside once again. Count moves, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler Hall waiting on deck. Shall Hudick reach? Ballard shakes again, comes set, gets the one he wants. Glove comes at the waist. Here's the 1-1 to Hudick. Fastball misses just up. Hudick thought about it, thought better of it, ended up being the right decision. Count moves, 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks like we got the sun starting to peek out down the third base side, hopefully warming things up a little bit. 2-1 to Hudick. Fastball misses in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Second time we've seen a 3-ball count this inning. It's after Meister was retired on 1 pitch. Both Perrin and Hudick putting together lengthy at-bats here. Count is 3-1. Ballard's not been shy of going to the breaking ball and fastball counts. See if he does it here. Comes set. Hudick awaiting the 3-1. Here it is. Fastball on the outer edge. Called strike. Once again, umpire making sure everyone here knows that one was indeed over the plate. Count moves, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ballard shakes, gets the one he wants. Hudick going to call time at the plate. Again, Ballard only been about 3 innings in this one, but he's really dictating the pace. Knows at what tempo he wants to work at. Ballard shaking every single pitch known to man. Finally gets the one he wants. He comes set. Hudick awaiting 3-2. Here it is. Breaking ball just off the outer edge. Hudick going to work a 2-out walk here. A lot of speed on and for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Tyler Hall. We've seen make a couple nice grabs already in this one. Looking to get it done with the bat. He reached back in the first on the fielder's choice and was retired 1 batter later on the Jesse Leyva 6-4-3 double play. Bulldog dugout getting loud now, showing some emotion. First pitch to Hall. Line drive sent right at that Bulldog bench. Speak of the devil there. Ballard going to get ahead of Hall here. No balls, 1 strike. Really been working the fastball away to the lefties. We've seen him get on top of it and send it out to Boscarino at short a few times already in this game. As Hudick leads off at first. Ballard comes set, glove at the waist. And Hudick running. The pitch, swing and a miss. It'll be no throw from Davidson. Hudick makes it into second base with a stolen base. Runner in scoring position now to Hall. Count, no balls, 2 strikes. As anything hit to the outfield here will result in Hudick scoring. Ton of speed out there from Hudick. However, the Fighting Irish outfield is very shallow, especially Toole out and right and Goodrow out and left. Goodrow shakes a few times, finally gets the one he wants. Comes set, glove at the waist. Here's the 0-2 to Hall. Fastball, missed off the outside edge. It's been a consistent zone so far for the umpire. Something we unfortunately don't see every game. A great start for him today. Got to shout out the umpires once in a while. Count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hall. Ballard comes set. Hudick sizable lead off a second. Dances around. The 1-2 to Hall. Breaking ball misses down in the dirt. Good stop by Davidson. Hall thought about it. Thought better of it. Wise decision. Count moves. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hall trying to tie this thing up early on with a base hit. Ballard shakes. Shakes again. Finally gets the one he wants. Call time once again at the plate. Bulldog hitters messing with the rhythm of Ballard. As I mentioned, Ballard really dictating the pace in this one. Bulldog hitters say not so fast. This is our box 2. Ballard ready. He comes set. Hudick leading off a second. Hall trying to tie this thing up. Here's the 2-2 from Ballard. Fastball misses well outside once again. Davidson had to slide over to grab it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's been a lengthy inning for the Fighting Irish right-hander. Bulldogs really trying to get to this Notre Dame bullpen. Haven't thrown a ton of innings this weekend, but are fairly thin. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. All looking to tie things up here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hudick leading off a second. Bollard, here's the 3-2. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, well out of play. Hall put a good swing on it, put a barrel on it, hits it over that hill down the left field line in foul territory. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hall battling here. As that sun fully out now. Maybe that sun wants to get behind the clouds and see these Bulldogs tie this thing up here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bollard gets the one he wants. He comes set, glove at the waist. Checks on Hudick. Here's the payoff to Hall. Fastball called. Strike 3 inside corner. It was a great pitch by Bollard there. Bulldogs leave a man on second base after the 2-out walk. No runs on no hits. We've played 3. The Fighting Irish lead it. We head to the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a 3rd-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning, getting ready to be played here. We have a substitution for the Bulldogs. Isaac Jermu, hamstring obviously bothering him. He's been lifted from this game in favor of Javier Rosa Franco. Ground ball sent out to Leyva, shortstop, strong, throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out as Florig gets Aris to ground out to Leyva. It was a nice play by the Bulldogs shortstop. But as I was saying, Jermu was lifted for Javier Rosa Franco. Rosa Franco moves over to second. Ty Perrin, who was at second, moves over to 3rd base. Everything else remains the same for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up Thomas Toole. Singled, stole the base his last time up. First pitch to him, back to a breaking ball, sent back to the screen. Flora getting ahead of another Irish hitter in this one. Flora really works quick out there. Already in the motion. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a line drive, foul, setting on the 3rd base line. Out in front of it was Toole. Great swing, put a barrel on it, just a little bit out in front. Sent it well foul. Perrin not really reacting to that. Still at a fairly standard depth, a little bit deeper than you'll see most 3rd basemen play. Here's the 0-2 to Toole. Swinging that one off the knuckles of Toole, sent foul off the facing of that Fighting Irish dugout. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes. Dugout's lively in this one. Sun pretty much fully out now. Flora goes into the motion. Here's the 0-2. Another one sent foul back to the screen. Toole fighting in this one. Count is still no balls, 2 strikes. Looks like we have some action down in the Bulldog bullpen as Matthias Neuenkirchen. That one's sent over the first base. Davey Fields well to his left. A wild throw to first base. Harris there for the backup. It's an interesting decision from Davies to field that baseball. Is he can go a long way off the first base bag. A lot of speed from Toole. Not sure if Rosa Franco would have had time to get him had Davies stayed. I think it would have been the more likely thing to happen on that play. So I'm going to call it an infield single for Toole, as even with a good throw from Davies, Toole would have beaten Florig to the bag. It's going to put a runner on first, one away. It's going to bring up the catcher, Parker Davidson. Davidson showing bunt early. Toole takes off. First pitch, called strike. Harris thrown on to second, not in time. Toole steals the bag. It's his second stolen base of the game. But Florek does get ahead of Davidson. Pretty much throw a fastball down the middle. So with already one away in the inning, Bulldogs willing to let Toole get into second base if it means retiring Davidson here. Count 0-1. Davidson ready. That one's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Fighting Irish catcher. He flew out to right field his last time up. Hit it well, got out in front of a changeup, but it was a great play by Hall to range back and make the play. Florek, inside move, no throw. Toole back in standing to second. Count remains 1 ball, 1 strike. Florek looking to navigate the bottom of this Notre Dame lineup. Goes into the motion. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball, shallow left field. In comes Meister on his horse, and it's going to get down. It's going to trickle away from him. Toole into third. Davidson into second base. It's going to be an error out in left field on Meister. Would have been a tough play, but ended up getting there. And, you know, if you're the Bulldogs, that's simply a play that needs to be made there. Got a pretty good read out there. Ball was not hit hard from Davidson. It was slicing off this left-handed bat. Meister had a beat on it, got there just off his glove. It's going to put runners on second and third, 1 away. Bulldogs going to bring the infield in now, trying to cut down Toole at the plate. Florek goes into the motion. First pitch. Fastball just missed off the outside edge. Florek wanted that one, kind of gave the umpire a confused look there. Next one. Swinging a pop-up. It's going to get out of play down the first base line. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike to the shortstop, John Boscarino. Boscarino, the lone strikeout victim for Notre Dame today. Struck out back in the second. Here's the 1-1. Another pop-up down the first base line. This one also going to get out of play. Florek gets ahead of the Notre Dame shortstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he is certainly pitching for the strikeout here. Bulldog infield in. Florek in the motion. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball. Base hit past the diving parent in left field. The runner Davidson held, but Meister bobbles it in left. It's going to allow Davidson to come in and score. It's going to be a 2 RBI single for John Boscarino. Another error for Meister in left. Irish going to pull ahead in this one, 3-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. It's a good pitch from Florek. Looked like the changeup down and away to the right-handed hitting Boscarino, but able to put a barrel on it and lace that one into left. Had the infield been in standard depth, Perrin would have been able to make the play, but with the infield in, reaction time wasn't there. Runner going, throw down from Harris. It's in the dirt. Throw down to second, not in time. It's like Rosa Franco might have caught in maybe a cleat or some part of the runner Boscarino as he's still there. He's still down on a knee. As if you remember, Rosa Franco came in for Isaac Jermu, who was injured earlier in this game, and now his replacement is down on the field behind second. So while we wait for this to sort out, we find out whatever happened to Rosa Franco. We're going to head to a short break. Irish lead this one 3-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News & World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting.
Welcome back. Rosa Franco appears to be fine. Count is still 1-0 to the 9-hitter, Hayden Deach. Deach flew out to center his last time up. Here's the 1-0. Called. Strike. Fastball on the inside edge to Deach. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away in the inning. Florg trying to limit the damage. Boscarino leads off a second. Florg comes set. Deach awaiting the 1-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Florg pulls the string of the changeup. Deach way out in front of that one. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Deach up in the box, trying to get out in front, or wait back rather, on the pitches he's been out in front on so far. Florg checks on the runner at second. Here's the 1-2 to Deach. Breaking ball missed off the outside edge. Tried to go backdoor at the slider once again. Leaks at arm side. Count's going to move. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Notre Dame third baseman, Deach. Florg comes set. Rosa Franco drifts over. Here's the pitch. It's going to fly ball. It's going to get well out of play. Pretty much straight back, a little bit towards the first base side of things into the parking lot. Hopefully all the cars parked out there are safe. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hayden Deach. Florg shakes, gets the one he wants. Comes set, glove at the chest. Goes in the motion. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Nope, looks like he got a tip of it. Florg pulled the string on the changeup. Deach way out in front of it. Just got a piece of it to stay alive in this one. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hayden Deach. Boscarino not really getting too deep over there at second. Not too big of a lead, even with the secondary. Bulldogs doing a great job of keeping him close over there. 2-2 from Florg. Boscarino takes off, pitches the ball, throw to third base, sails into left field. Boscarino racing around third. Meister having trouble with it again in left field. Boscarino easily able to come home and score. It's going to be a stolen base and an error on the catcher, Harris. Irish put up their 3rd run of the inning. It's 4-0. The top of the 4th. The count is full to Hayden Deach. Florg looking to retire Deach before you get to the top of this Notre Dame order, who's really been all over Florg early on in this one. Florg working on the windup, turns, kicks, fires. Here's the 3-2. Swing and ground ball set to shortstop. Leyva coming in. Fields. Shuffle. Throw over to Davis at first. And Deach is retired. Good bounce back there from Florg. After 3 straight runners reached. Gets another ground out here in the 4th inning. That's going to be 2 away. We have a mound visit here from head coach Josh Knorr. As I mentioned, there is activity in the Bulldog bullpen. It was Matthias Neuenkirchen. Looks like he is just about warm, walking back now. I would imagine he's going to keep him in the game now as yes. Josh Knorr is going to keep Florg in the game. Not pitching bad by any means. Has really given up about 2 barrels throughout this one. A little bit of bad luck and poor defense from the Bulldogs has put them in a 4-0 hole in the top of the 4th inning. Now 3rd time through the order. It's going to be Brendan Goodrow. First pitch to him, fly ball, center field. Hudick drifting back. He's going to camp under this one in center field. Put the squeeze on it. And the side is retired here in the 4th. However, the Irish strike for 3 runs. They're ahead in this one, 4-0. We've played 3.5 here at Nicolay Field. We head to the bottom of the 4th here on Adrian College TV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field, bottom of the 4th inning, being ready to be played here. Before we do that, we want to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today. So Joseph Ballard, out for his 4th inning of work, has worked through some trouble early on in this one. The command has faltered just a little bit. So due up for the Bulldogs this inning will be Jesse Leyva, Javier Rosafranco, and Connor Davies. As again, the 4-hitter and third base for the Bulldogs, Isaac Jermu, lifted in the top of the 4th after what appeared to be a hamstring injury. Hopefully he's okay. And then, funny enough, the next inning, Javier Rosafranco came up limping after a tag play at second, but appears to be fine as he's waiting on the on-deck circle. It's ready to get started here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Leyva digs in. Ballard shakes again. Gets the one he wants. He will slowly come set. Bulldog bench very active here. First pitch to Leyva. Fastball skips up in the dirt. Picked out by Davidson. As Ballard falls behind Leyva. 1 ball, no strikes. As Ballard comes set, Leyva. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball, sent out to center field. Airs over, drifts to his left. He'll get under it, put the squeeze on it, and Leyva is retired. 1 up, 1 down here to start out the 4th inning. Leyva put a good swing on it, caught it off the end just a little bit, but still able to give it a pretty good ride out there to center field. But on a day like this, wind blowing in from right, not going to do the right-handed hitting Leyva any favors there. 1 away in the inning. It's going to bring up the current second baseman, Javier Rosafranco. First pitch to him, breaking ball, misses up and out of the zone. Franco, one of the more disciplined hitters in this Bulldog lineup. We see him go very deep into counts consistently. It's been a theme for the Bulldogs these last few innings. Really seeing a lot of pitches from the Notre Dame right-hander. 1-0, breaking ball, called, strike. On the inside edge there. Again, that thing's pretty much starting at the hip of any right-handed hitter and breaking into the middle of the plate. That one catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rosafranco. Next pitch, swinging a pop-up. Going to get out of play directly behind home plate. Davison gave it a look, never even came out of the crouch. Count moves, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ballard looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game here. He comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Rosafranco goes down swinging. It was the breaking ball from Ballard. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th for the Bulldogs. Going to bring up the first baseman, Connor Davies. Last time up, Davies laced a single into right field. Take another look at that Bulldog bullpen. It's still Matthias Neuenkirchen continuing to throw out there. Curious to see if Florig's day is done or not. First pitch to Davies. Fastball, misses below the knees for ball 1. Again, Davies came in, 745 OPS on the season. Fairly average mark. He's added to that today already with a single. The 1-0, skied into right field. Toole coming in, he'll put the squeeze on it. And that'll do it for the 4th inning for the Bulldogs. They go down 1-2-3. We've played 4 here at Nicolay Field. Notre Dame leads it 4-0. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back. Top of the 5th inning, being ready to be played here. It's Jack Florig out for his 5th inning of work. It's been a fairly decent outing for him so far. Has given up the 4 runs in 4 innings, however, only 1 earned. As in steps the pitcher, Joseph Ballard. He showed bunt on the first one, pulled back. It's going to be ball 1. Again, it's Been a few errors already in this one for the Bulldogs. Allowed the Fighting Irish to jump out to a 4-0 lead. Here in the top of the 5th inning, the 1-0 misses well outside once again. Florg starting to show a few signs of fatigue there. Really yanking pitches all around. Here 2-0 to Ballard. Fastball outside corner, called. Strike one. Good comeback pitch there from Florg. At least I think it was the fastball. A little tough to tell from our angle. Count 2-1. Same pitch, this one a little bit more outside. Counts can move, 3 balls, 1 strike. Anthony Ingram waiting on deck. 1 for 2 on the day, does have an RBI. 3-1 from Florg. Swinging a pop-up. Sent left field, Meister drifting back to his right, still drifting. Gets underneath and puts the squeeze on it. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning as Ballard flies out for the 2nd time today. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Anthony Ingram. Ingram singled back in the 1st, grounded into a 6-3 putout in the 3rd. However, that did drive in a run. That's going to bring up, as Josh Canor out of the dugout now, looks like that's going to be the end of the day for Jack Florg. Again, it was a solid outing for Florg. Went 4.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned, only the 1 walk, but 1 strikeout in this one. It's going to be the end of Florg's day. Matthias Neuenkirchen into the game, and when we come back, we'll give you more info on him. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back. Still in the top of the 5th inning with 1 away. It's a pitching change for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Matthias Neuenkirchen. Neuenkirchen pitched in Game 2 yesterday, closed it out with a save through 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, allowed 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. On today in relief, trying to keep this a 4-run deficit for the Bulldogs. First pitch, wave and a miss from Ingram. Like a fastball towards the middle of the plate there. Neuenkirchen on the year, so in 23 innings to the tune of a 5.09 ERA, 1.3 whip, has 21 strikeouts and 5 walks. 0-1, wave and a miss from Ingram. Neuenkirchen quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Command has not been a problem for Neuenkirchen. Again, only the 5 walks in 23 innings compared to 21 strikeouts. So good peripheral numbers for Neuenkirchen here. 0-2, fastball, yanked glove side. Count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Notre Dame 3-hitter. Neuenkirchen in the windup, turns, kicks, fires. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses above the letters, going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bulldog infield really giving Ingram the middle of the diamond here. Shall he get it past Neuenkirchen? 2-2 out in front of the changeup there. He's going to ground that one foul down the third base line. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Daniel Durkin waiting his turn on deck. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Ingram looking for his 2nd hit of the day. Neuenkirchen ready. Steps up on the mound. Gets the one he wants. Glove comes up. Goes into the windup. Turns, kicks, fires. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball down the third base line. Once again, foul. Perrin shifted well down the line there as now he starts to move back. Say he's a good 10 feet, maybe about 8 feet off the third base bag. About 3 steps in from the outfield grass. Second baseman, Rosa Franco, standing on the edge of the outfield grass. Again, the middle really wide open. If Ingram's able to get anything past the pitcher, Neuenkirchen, he will easily get into center. 2-2. This is down and out. Ingram battles all the way back in this one. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Neuenkirchen at risk of walking his first batter of the outing. Here's the 3-2. And rev up the chainsaw. Strike 3 called. Fastball in the outside corner catches the knees of Ingram. Neuenkirchen strikes out the first batter he faces. There's now 2 away in the inning. He's going to rip the first baseman, Daniel Durkin. Durkin been under a couple of pitches today, popped up to second back in the first, flew out to center his last time up. Now the ready on the mound gets a little bit of a different look. First pitch from Neuenkirchen, breaking ball, roll over, Perrin, fields on the backhand, bobbles it, might have time, throw over to Davis at first, but he won't have time. Durkin's going to reach first here. Tough to say if that's a hit or an error. It was not hit hard, and decent speed from Durkin would have been a really tough play for Perrin. I'm gonna give Perrin the benefit there. I'm gonna say that's a hit. It was a good breaking ball from Neuenkirchen. Durkin was way out in front of it, just rolled it over, barely kept it fair over the third base bag. So it would have been a real tough play for Perrin. Runner on first, 2 away. It's gonna bring up Christopher Aris. First pitch to him, called strike, fastball at the knees. Aris looked like he was taking all the way. Bat never left the shoulder. Durkin leads off first. Not sure if we've seen a Bulldog even attempt a pickoff today. In the first inning, Florg just kind of stepped off and ran back the runner. 0-1, fastball. Inside, Aris has to bend out of the way of that one. It's going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 4-0 Irish here in the top of the 5th inning. Bulldog bats has been mostly asleep in this one. Count is 1-1 to Aris. Neuenkirchen in the motion. Runner goes. It's going to be no throw from the catcher Harris as Durkin really just had Neuenkirchen's number. Just too good of a jump there. Harris had no chance. And, man, that's frustrating for any catcher. Count 1-2. Harris waiting. Neuenkirchen checks the runner. The 1-2. Fastball misses well outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Durkin leads off a second. Bulldog outfield fairly deep. Neuenkirchen comes set, checks on the runner. Durkin checks him again. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, sent over the screen. It's going to get out of play and into the parking lot. Hopefully all the cars parked there are safe. I'm sure no one wants to go back there and find a giant dent in their car or a cracked windshield. Not be how I want to spend my Sunday. Count, 2-2, Neuenkirchen. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line, drives out to center field. Pretty much right at Hudick. He'll drop down to a knee to make the grab. Neuenkirchen pitches out of danger here in the 5th inning. It's no runs on 1 hit. We've played 4.5 here at Nicolay Field. Notre Dame leads at 4-0. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning being ready to be played here. It's going to be Jack Florg leading things off for the Bulldogs. After his outing on the mound was completed, he slid into the DH spot. So it's the end of Andrew Walker's day. Only 1 at bat for him, and it was uneventful. Struck out back in the 2nd. Florg looking to give this Bulldog offense a jolt here. Joseph Ballard out for his 5th inning of work. He's been great so far in this one. For pitch to Florg, swing and a miss through the breaking ball. Thought he goes below the zone there to Florg. Got him to chase. Count moves, no balls, 1 strike. Ballard shakes a few times, shakes some more, finally gets the one he wants. Here's the pitch to Florig. Fastball misses well out of the zone outside. Counts moved, 1 ball, 1 strike. Starting to think Joseph Ballard throws approximately 18 pitches in this one. We've seen him shake about, I'd estimate probably around 100 times in this one through 4 innings. 1-1 to Florig. Swinging a tap down the first base line. It's going to be just foul. Fortunately for Florig, that one kicked foul at the last second there. Count moves, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Florig has been throwing a pair of breaking balls as a bat, has swung at both of them, laid off the fastball. Curious to see what Ballard does here. He shakes once again. Now comes set. Florig waiting the 1-2, and here it is. Swinging a line drive, but caught by the first baseman, Durkin. Ballard came back with a breaking ball. Florig put a great swing on it. Unfortunately for him, it was right at the Notre Dame first baseman. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th inning. That's going to be 7 straight retired by Notre Dame pitching here. So we're going to bring up the catcher, Damon Harris. Harris running into a double play his last time up. Had runners on the corner with 1 away. Ballard comes set. First pitch to Harris. Called, strike, fastball, outer edge. Good pitch by Ballard there. We've seen him be able to hit that spot when he really has to and then get that two-seamer in on the hands of righties to get double plays. He's really been effective in every area in this one. 0-1 to Harris. Breaking ball, wave, and a miss. Not a terrible swing from Harris. He's going to take a second, walk around, take a breath, recollect himself. Count is no balls, 2 strikes. Ballard looking for his 4th strikeout of the ball game here. He comes set. Here's the 0-2 to the Bulldog catcher. Fastball misses down to the dirt. Good job by Harris to lay off of that one. Count moves to 1-2. Ballard steps on the mound once again. He's going to shake. He's going to shake again. Finally gets the one he wants. Comes set. Gloves comes down to the waist. He goes into the motion. Here's the 1-2 to Harris. Swinging a line drive, right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to take a shot at him at first. Not in time as Harris just beats the throw at first. It didn't hit it extremely hard. It was a breaking ball off the end of the bat. Harris stayed back on it. He was able to lace it into right field. The right fielder, Toole, came up throwing and made that a very competitive play over at first. The Bulldog catcher able to get in there, earn himself a base knock. So now with the runner on first, 1 away, it's going to bring up the left fielder, Carson Meister. Meister popped up the first pitch he saw last at bats to the pitcher, Ballard. Looking for better fortunes here. Ballard holds the set for a while. First pitch, called, strike, fastball, outer edge. It's really been Ballard's go-to first pitch of every at bat, that outside fastball. As I'm sure that sharp and that breaking ball from Ballard has a ton of movement just in the back of the minds of every Bulldog hitters. They've really yet to square one up. That swing from Harris is the best one we've seen. As there it is once again. That one not nearly as effective. Almost clips Meister. Somehow didn't. Still going to end up as a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harris leading off of first in a 4-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. Ballard checks on Harris. Not much of a lead over there from the catcher. He comes set. Here's the 1-1 to Meister. Fastball misses down the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Davidson. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Third baseman, Deach, about even with the bag over there. Now moving in slightly. Yeah, about even with the bag over there. Count 2-1 to Meister. Is a threat to bunt. 2-1. Called. Strike. Fastball at the knees. Meister didn't like it. Kind of looked up, let out a sigh after that pitch was called a strike, but it's been there all day. It's been a very consistent strike zone through about 5 innings here from the home plate umpire. Count moves, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ballard looking for his 4th K of the day. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses well outside. Good stop by Parker Davidson. As that one ended up pretty much on the outside chalk of the left-handed batter's box. It is a turf field here at Nicolay Field, so as a catcher, you do drop down on the knees. You will slide for a while. But boy, you have to go a long way to get it. Count is 3-2. Ballard set. Here's the pitch to Meister. Fastball misses up and out of the zone. It's going to be a walk for Carson Meister. Bulldogs have something brewing here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 on, 1 away. Little mound visit here from Davidson. Can't imagine they're talking about too much. Maybe switching up the signs here. The runner on second base doesn't look like the catcher Davidson has any pitch comm technology, so no way to relay signs to the pitcher without giving some sort of visual sign. About 99.9% of the time, that's going to be fingers between the legs. We've seen a lot of professional teams and college teams, even high school teams, having pitch comm systems to relay pitches to the pitcher without needing visual signs. Maybe the Bulldogs were on them. I guess we'll never know. 2 on, 1 out. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Ty Perrin. Struck out looking his last time up on a backdoor breaking ball from Ballard. First pitch to him, showing bunt. Doesn't get it down. The runner, Harris, got very far off his second base. Fortunately for him, no one was there to receive the throw from Davidson. It's an unsuccessful bunt attempt from Perrin. Still very much in play. The third baseman, Deach, only even with the bag. Ton of speed from Perrin. If he gets it down the third base side, should be able to leg that out at first base. Bulldogs would have him loaded up for the top. Counts 0-1. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt once again. He's going to pull that one back. Fastball just off the outside edge. Count 1 ball, 1 strike to Perrin. Looks like the third baseman, Deach, is going to stay home here. He's relying on the pitcher, Ballard, to make a play. Shall anything be hit to the third base side. It's the first baseman, Durkin, that's really crashed on all these bunt attempts. Count is 1-1 to Perrin. Ballard holding the set for a while. Here's the pitch. Perrin showing bunt once again. He gets it down third base side. Ballard fields, tries to go with the flip, but he's not going to have a play, and they're going to call him out. Harris basically was through the bag already when the throw got there, but for some reason the umpire going to say that the throw beat him. Head coach Josh Knorr furious, and as he should be. Not particularly close at third base, simply asking for help by someone who was looking at the play. As now home plate umpire is going to send him over to second base, just asking for some form of help. Bulldog bench telling Harris to stay out there, and as they should. The Bulldogs should have him loaded up with 1 away instead of first and second with 2 outs. It was a good play by Ballard to come off the mound and do a glove flip to Deach at third. So now the umpires are going to converge here. It's unlikely this gets overturned, as we typically don't see that, but on a call like that, it was pretty clear that Harris beat the throw. Curious to see what they say here. I'm sure whatever the call is, we're going to have a reaction from one coach or another. Umpire's still discussing it. You have to think this one's overturned. It was not particularly close. As I said, Harris basically threw the bag when the throw finally got to third base. It was a great bump by Perrin. Umpire's still discussing it. As Nicolay Field has gone silent, awaiting a decision here. Bases loaded with 1 out for Brock Hudick would be exactly what the Bulldogs need here when they're trailing by 4. But if the umpires decide that, I guess Harris didn't make it to the bag, I don't think they're going to say that the throw beat him. If anything, Harris would come off the bag, but there was no tag, so that wouldn't work at all. They're still discussing it here. It's a positive sign for the Bulldogs if they're still discussing it. Is everyone nervously awaiting a decision by the 2 men in black today? I don't know if I've ever seen a discussion go this long. And they're going to call them safe. They got it right. Thank goodness for the Bulldogs. It is rare that you see umpires come together and reverse a call, but when you have something that egregious, they finally came to the right decision. So Perrin going to reach on the bunt hit. It's going to be bases loaded, 1 away for Brock Hudick. And this is the man you want up if you're the Bulldogs. Hottest hitter in this lineup. 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. Has a stolen base. The double play is unlikely. And I'm not sure why Notre Dame is still arguing here. The call's already overturned. They're not going to overturn it again. So I think if you're Notre Dame, it's time to be quiet and just realize that, hey, baseball happens. Let's play some baseball now. Pitcher Ballard, probably very frustrated. So it looks like they were just informing Eris, who's the player coach for this Notre Dame lineup. See, jogs back out to center field. We are ready to play baseball once again. Bottom of the fifth, one away, bases loaded for Brock Hudick. Bulldog bench. Everyone up on that top railing, showing their support for their teammate here. Corners are in for the Irish. Anything hit to the corners, they'll be coming home here. Ballard comes set. First pitch to Hudick. Swing and a miss. Elevated fastball there. Hudick unable to catch up to it. He's going to fall behind. No balls, one strike. Really just looking for something in play here. Get their first run of the ball game home. Not a ton of speed from Harris, but anything up the middle should definitely be able to score him. 0-1 from Hudick. Like the changeup there from Ballard. Misses just off the outer edge. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hudick. That bunt single from Perrin. Only the Bulldogs' 3rd hit of the ball game so far. As another hit here would be a big one. Count is 1-1. Here's the pitch from Ballard. Swinging a tapper. It's a chopper. It's going to be a tough play. And trying to avoid the tag is Perrin. They're going to call him out of the baseline. However, it's going to bring in a run for the Bulldogs. Is that one off the turf, just spiked way up in the air. They're never going to have a play at first there for Hudick. It's going to be runners on the corners, 2 away. Bulldogs get their first run of the game on the RBI fielder's choice off the bat of Brock Hudick. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Tyler Hall. Hall is doing this one 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Ballard gets the sign he wants. Big lead off of first for Hudick. Ballard checks on him. First pitch. Hudick is running. First pitch by Ballard is going to be fouled back to the screen by Hall. Man, Hudick had a big jump there. If Hall's able to lay that one off, Hudick probably makes it into second base without a throw. Instead, he's forced to head back to first. Count is 0-1 to Hall. It's Meister leading off of third. Hudick off of first. Ballard. He comes set. 0-1 to Hall. Center cut fastball called. Strike 2. Not where Ballard wanted that one. The catcher Davison set up well outside. But Hall quickly behind in this battle. No balls, 2 strikes. Ballard, ton of weapons he can go to here. Bulldogs need a hit. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him out on strikes. Notre Dame catcher Parker Davison fired up at that one. Screams in the face of Tyler Hall. A little bit of unsportsmanlike stuff there. The Bulldogs score their first run of the ballgame in the inning. It's 1 run on 2 hits. We've played 5 here at Nicolay Field. Notre Dame leads it 4-1. You're watching Club Baseball here at Adrian College TV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning being ready to be played here. For the Fighting Irish, it's going to be 6, 7, 8. That's Thomas Toole, Parker Davidson, and John Boscarino. Toole been a thorn in the side of the Bulldogs today. 2 for 2 on the day. A pair of stolen bags. That's Matthias Neuenkirchen back for his 2nd inning of work. Came in relief with 1 out back in the 5th for Jack Florig. And after allowing a single, or strike out the first hitter he faces, allowed a single, then a line out to center field. First pitch to Toole. Ugly swing is going to tap that one foul. Fielded by It's like a friend of the program, Nathan Linder, on the Bulldog bench. Nice one-handed snag down there. Count's going to move to 0-1 to Toole. Neuenkirchen gets the one he wants. Glove comes up. He goes into the motion. Turns, kicks, fires. Here's the 0-1. Playing a fly ball. Out of play. Pretty much right behind home plate to get into the parking lot. A lot of real estate out there. A lot of cars parked out there for a beautiful NCBA baseball to find. Count is no balls, 2 strikes. Neuenkirchen gets the sign. Glove comes up, goes into the motions. Here's the 0-2 to Toole. Fastball misses well out of the zone outside. Seen that a few times already from Neuenkirchen in this outing. Just every time he's trying to throw that fastball on the outside edge, just trying to overthrow it a bit. It's yanked it a few times in this one. Really just needs to calm down and hit the spot that he's hit 100 times. 1-2 to Toole. Playing a fly ball south to center field. This one might be trouble. Over goes Hudick, sliding. Not going to be able to make the grab. Meister there next to him. Toole heading to second base. Ton of speed. Throws cutoff. Relay. Not in time at second. Thomas Toole going to get his 3rd hit of the ball game. It's going to be a double to center field. I mean, it was a tough play by Hudick. Toole a little bit out in front of that one. Neuenkirchen put a 1-2 breaking ball in the middle of the plate. Toole was all over it. Was slicing away from him the whole time. Went down to a knee to try to make the sliding grab. Unable to do so. Thankfully for the Bulldogs, Meister right there, able to keep it at least a double. That's going to bring up the catcher, Parker Davidson now. Runner on second, nobody out for Notre Dame here in the top of the 6th inning. Neuenkirchen checks on the runner, Toole at second. Here's first pitch, Davidson showing bunt. He's going to get that one down, but it's going to go foul. It's going to be a free strike for the Bulldogs there. I'm sure in a 4-1 ball game, they're going to want to get Toole out at 3rd. The field umpire has shown that he's eager to call base runners out in this one, so if it's a close play, may go in the Bulldogs' favor here. Count is 0-1. Neuenkirchen comes set, checks on the runner, Toole at second, goes in the motion. Here's the pitch. Now it's going to be bunted right back to the pitcher, Neuenkirchen. No play at 3rd. He'll go to first base, and Davidson is retired. However, it's a successful sacrifice bunt as the runner Toole is going to move into 3rd with 1 away. It's going to bring up the shortstop, John Boscarino. Last time up, Boscarino delivered a 2 RBI single in the left field. Later stole a base. However, they were not able to get him in back in the 4th. Here gets another opportunity here in the 6th. Infield in for the Bulldogs. First pitch, called, strike, fastball on the outer edge. Generous call from the umpire. Really the first time we've seen him expand the zone on the outer edge throughout this one. At least from my angle, looked like it was a little bit off the plate. Good job by Harris to present it well. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. Same pitch. This time Boscarino offers at it, sends it out of play. Straight back. Count is no balls, 2 strikes. Someone on the Bulldog bench just yelled out, "Beat smart." That's what you need to do here. He was ahead of Toole before hanging a breaking ball. That is not what you want to do here to Boscarino. Pitching for the strikeout here. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball, shallow right field, incoming Hall. He'll make the grab at the waist. Runner coming home, but he'll be forced to hold on a good throw by Tyler Hall. Great play by the Bulldog right fielder to keep Toole at 3rd. There's now going to be a runner on 3rd with 2 away, and the Bulldogs 1 out away from pitching around a leadoff double from the bat of Thomas Toole. And this is the man they want to play. It's going to be Holden Deach. Deach 0 for 2 on the day, fly out and a ground out. This would be a big out for Neuenkirchen to get. Gets the sign, comes set. First pitch to Deach. Fastball just misses. Looked like it missed a little bit up. Left to right looked pretty good from up here. Nonetheless, it's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The Notre Dame 3rd baseman. Neuenkirchen comes set, checks on the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. Deach unable to catch up to it. It's going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're Neuenkirchen, not sure I would go to that spot again. Deach with a pretty good swing at that one, just a little bit underneath it. Next one. Called, strike. Beautiful pitch from Neuenkirchen. Gets the call on the outer edge. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Neuenkirchen 1 pitch away from pitching around the leadoff double from Thomas Toole. Be a big out for the Bulldogs to get. Count is 1-2. Goes into the motion. The pitch. Just off the outside edge. Man, everyone wearing gray today wanted that one. Instead, it's going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Neuenkirchen gets the sign, comes set. Toole leads off third. Here's the 2-2 to Deach. Fastball misses up above the zone. It's going to load things up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. If Deach were to reach, it's going to be the leadoff hitter, Brendan Goodrow, awaiting on deck. Count is 3-2. Neuenkirchen comes set. Here's the payoff. Swinging a fly ball, left field, not deep. Meister comes in, now goes back out. He'll put the squeeze on it, and the side is retired. Great job by Matthias Neuenkirchen, the pitcher on the leadoff double. We've played 5.5 here at Nicolay Field. The Irish lead this one 4-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th here on Adrian College TV.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field, bottom of the 6th inning, being ready to be played here. But happy National NCAA Division III week. As most should know, Adrian College is a NCAA Division III sport. Although this isn't an NCAA sport, most sports on campus are NCAA Division III. It's really a great thing to be a part of a campus that is Division III. You know, most of them are smaller schools, a great community involved within them, especially Adrian College. I speak to personal experience with that. The smaller community, really the teams and fans, even coaches, all intertwined around campus, really creates a great culture. And everyone at ACTV is thankful that we're able to broadcast NCAA Division III games. But for now, we have NCBA action here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Jesse Leyva getting ready to start out the bottom of the 6th for the Bulldogs. First pitch, called strike, breaking ball, finishes across the middle. Joseph Ballard out for his 6th inning of work. Ran into some trouble last inning, able to limit the damage to only 1 run as Bulldogs had a great opportunity to get right back in it. Next one, line drive, right field, drifting away, but Aris going to range over to his left. He'll make the grab. It's another good swing from Leyva in this one. He's 0 for 3, but has made 3 pretty good swings. It's 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Javier Rosa Franco. Franco came in as a defensive replacement back in the 3rd, had 1 at-bat, struck out back in the 4th. First pitch to him, fastball misses above the zone. As energy from the Bulldogs really up in the 5th inning, but after a basically demoralizing end to that inning, the energy kind of died off there. Picks up a little bit, got a few guys making noise down there. Count is 2-0 to second baseman, Rosa Franco. Franco living to give the Bulldogs a base runner here. Got some good hitters behind them. They trail by 3 here in the 6th inning of Game 3, the rubber match of this conference series. 2-0, breaking ball misses down in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. Got to imagine trailing by 3, the red light will be on from head coach Josh Knorr. Here's the 3-0. And that one's going to miss just outside the zone. It's a 4-pitch walk to Rosa Franco. Bulldogs get a base runner here with 1 away. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Connor Davies. Davies, 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the 2nd, flew out to right back in the 4th, so has gotten around on the firm Joseph Ballard fastball so far in this one. Rosa Franco, good speed at first, leads off. Not a huge lead over there. As Ballard comes set. He's going to throw over. Rosa Franco back in fairly easily. Made it a little bit close. It was a really good throw and a good move from Ballard. Real quick feed over there and put it right on the money to Durkin over there at first. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Fastball called. Strike on the outer edge. Presented very well by the catcher, Davidson. Count is no balls, 1 strike to the Bulldog first baseman. See if he can once again get around on one of those Ballard fastballs here. Rosa Franco leads off of first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Rosa Franco going to make it into second base without a throw. Fairly good jump on the pitch. Picked a good one to run on. Looked like the changeup down and away. Davies tried to put it in play. Guess the hit and run was on. Was unsuccessful. However, Rosa Franco able to move into second base. No balls, 2 strikes to Davies. At least looking to make a productive out, move his guy into third base here. Bulldogs trail by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ballard comes set, checks on Rosa Franco, dancing around at second base. Here's the 0-2 to Davies. Fastball down in the dirt, stopped by Davidson. Count's going to move to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mentioned before, the sun was trying to peek out. It's been fully out for a few innings now. Wind still blowing in from right field. So if Davies wants to elevate anything, should probably look to go the other way with it. Anything in the air to right field will just get killed by that wind. We're going to have time called at the plate. Looks like it was called by Davies, the hitter. The left fielder, Goodrow, shaded well off the third base line. If Davies gets anything into left field, especially closer to the line, past Deach at third, Rosa Franco would be able to score on it. Runner goes. That one sent on the ground to second base. Ingram field thrown to Durkin. Davies is retired, but it's a productive out. Rosa Franco moves into third base with 2 away. It's going to bring up the pitcher turned designated hitter, Jack Florig. Last time up, Florig got a breaking ball that he was all over. Smoked it on a line, but it was right at the first baseman, Durkin. Hoping for better fortunes here. Trailing by 3. The runner on third would cut the deficit to only 2. Shall Florig bring him in? Here's the first pitch from Ballard. Fastball called, strike, outer edge. Looking at the defensive alignment for Notre Dame, left fielder Goodrow, fairly shallow, has moved in since Davies was retired. Center fielder Ayers pretty deep. Right fielder Toole fairly shallow, so a little strange, the alignment out there. 0-1 in the dirt, stopped by the catcher Davidson. Count moves, 1 ball, 1 strike. Javier Rosa Franco leads off at third. Shall Florig reach to be the catcher Harris on deck. Has one of 4 Bulldog hits today. Ballard comes set. Goes in the motion. Here's the 1-1 to Florig. Fastball misses well above the zone. Count's going to move. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mentioned before, the Bulldog bench went fairly quiet, but not here. Whenever the Bulldogs have had runners in scoring position, everyone on that top staff making noise. Maybe trying to get under the skin of Ballard. As he's behind Florig, 2 balls, 1 strike. Shakes, finally gets the one he wants. Comes set, we're going to have time called once again. Florig calls it. Bulldogs wanting to dictate the pace. It is their box too. Not just the pitcher, Ballard. Count is 2-1. Ballard comes set. Here's the pitch to Florig. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing from Florig. It was a breaking ball down in the dirt. Ballard got him to chase. Florig was out in front, swung right over top of it. Again, another good stop by Parker Davidson. Haven't seen anything get by him so far today. Made some really nice stops in this one. Count is evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a big run on third for the Bulldogs if they want to come back in this one. Ballard gets the one he wants. He comes set. Glove at the waist. Rosa Franco dances off a third. 2-2 to Florig. Swinging a line drive, sent foul off the facing of the stands here at Nicolay Field. Good amount of Adrian College fans, even a few Notre Dame fans. Not a ton, but a few. So a few of them may have made the drive from the South Bend area or wherever players are from. The Notre Dame Club baseball roster has a lot of players from various states across the country. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ballard shakes, gets the one he wants. Comes set, Rosafranco still dancing off a third. Here's the 2-2 to Florig. Breaking ball in the dirt. This one taken. Rosafranco thought about it. That ball only got about 5 feet from the catcher Davidson. Wise decision from Rosafranco to head back to third. And it's going to load things up here to Florig. 3 balls, 2 strikes. If Florig were to reach, it'd be the catcher Harris waiting on deck. Again, a huge run for the Bulldogs here. Shall they score it? Florig asks for time, and he'll be granted. Ballard a little frustrated with that, kind of tilted his head to the side there. Didn't love that we're calling time here in a full count. Ballard comes set. Florig awaiting the 3-2. And here it is, the pitch. Swinging a line drive, foul. Sent down the left field line. Great at bat here from Jack Florig. Got a good pitch to hit there. Put a barrel on it just a little bit late. Sent it out to that hill. Foul ground down the left field line there. As we are once again ready. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ballard comes set. Jack Florig looking to bring in a big run for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch from Ballard. Fastball misses above the zone, ball 4. The bat gets stuck to Florig's hands, almost hits himself on the bat flip on the walk. He'll take the jog down to first base. It's going to be runners on the corners. 2 away. It's going to bring up the catcher, Damon Harris. Harris got a breaking ball last time up, laced into right field. Almost got thrown out by Toole. Did, in fact, make it in. Another base hit here would cut this deficit nearly in half. Anything in the gap would bring the Bulldogs within 1. It's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tying run in the batter's box for the Bulldogs. Ballard comes set. Still holding the set. Here's the first pitch to Harris. Fastball just misses off the inside edge. Looked pretty good from up here. Call goes in the favor of the Bulldogs as Harris is ahead of Ballard. 1 ball, no strikes. Florig, decent speed at first. Wouldn't be surprised to see him in motion. Not a big lead over there. It's a great move from the pitcher, Ballard. Yeah, standard lead from Florig, if not a little slow. Next one, breaking ball. Doesn't make it back to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Critical situation. Strike zone shrinks a little bit. So that one ended up over the plate, but when it did cross it, did not make it there in time. Count is 2 balls, no strikes to the Bulldog catcher Harris. Looking for a clutch RBI here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-0. Swinging a ground ball set to second base. Ingram fields. He'll flip over to Boscarino at short. In the side is retired. The Bulldogs threaten, but do not score. It's no runs. And we've played 6 here at Nicolay Field. Notre Dame leads at 4-1. We'll head to the top of the 7th here on Adrian College TV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning being ready to be played here. Matthias Neuenkirchen out for another inning of work. Came in for Jack Florig back in the 5th inning. He's now out to start the 7th. He's pitched well so far. Pitched around some trouble. It was a leadoff double from Thomas Toole back in the 6th. And after a sac bunt from Parker Davidson, he got a shallow fly ball from John Boscarino. And then Holden Deach to fly out to left to keep this a 4-1 game. Looking to continue that good work here in the top of the 7th. It's going to be Brendan Goodrow. 2 for 3 on the day. First pitch, misses down low in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to the Notre Dame leadoff hitter. Singled to lead off the ball game. Tripled back in the 3rd. Had a hard fly out back in the 4th. As Neuenkirchen gets him to wave and miss. And a breaking ball. Counts to move. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goodrow really been everything the Bulldogs have thrown him today. Just good swings all around. The 1-1. Fastball just off the outer edge. Quick call from the umpire there, leaving little doubt as to where that pitch missed. More action in the Bulldog bullpen. 2-1 from Neuenkirchen. A little half swing from Goodrow. Didn't matter. Pitch was a strike anyways. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Carter Arbuckle warming up in the Bulldog bullpen. Have to imagine Neuenkirchen on a short leash here. It's a 2-2 sent back to the screen. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Neuenkirchen did pitch in yesterday's ball game. Game 2 got the save in that one. As Carson Meister is on the line to get a ball. Someone noticed it. Neuenkirchen steps off as for some reason Meister took off to grab a baseball that was on the field before calling time. Count is 2-2. Neuenkirchen gets a sign from Harris, goes in the motion. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses down in the dirt. It's going to load up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shall Goodrow reach? Joseph Ballard waiting his turn on deck, looking to give himself some more runs to board. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. Neuenkirchen wants a new baseball, gets one. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. Be a big first out to get here in the 7th inning, trying to keep it a 3-run deficit. Neuenkirchen gets the sign, goes in the motion, turns, kicks, fires the 3-2. Swinging a foul, it's going to get out of play down the first base line. Good battle here from Goodrow. Neuenkirchen just really needs to avoid the middle here. As that swing right there looks pretty good. It's a fastball on the outer edge, just a little late on it. Next one, breaking ball, doesn't make it back to the plate, maybe a little up. It's going to be a leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th as the speedy Goodrow will be aboard to lead off the inning. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Joseph Ballard. Ballard popped up back in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, flew out back in the 5th. He is a dangerous left-handed hitter. So one that needs to be pitched to very carefully. Neuenkirchen checks on the runner. There goes Goodrow. Good jump. The throw from Harris. There won't be one. The transfer was bobbled. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. Goodrow, too good of a jump off of Neuenkirchen. Nothing Harris could do there. Count is 1-0 on Ballard. So once again, it's a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Matthias Neuenkirchen. Can he do what he did back in the 6th and pitch around it? Count is 1-0 to Ballard. Checks the runner, checks him again. Here's the pitch, showing bunt is Ballard. He's going to get that one down. It's a beauty. Down the 3rd base line, Neuenkirchen fields it. He's not going to have a play. It's a perfect bunt from Joseph Ballard, the last thing anyone was expecting from him. And boy, was that a beauty. Going to put runners on the corners, nobody away now. It's going to bring up the 3-hitter, Anthony Ingram. Ingram 1 for 3 so far today. Singled back in the 1st, grounded into a 6-3 putout that drove in a run in the 3rd. And one of the few strikeout victims back in the 5th. So good speed from Bauer leading off at 1st. They're on the corners with nobody out. Neuenkirchen checks. Courtesy throw over there. Ballard, of course, back in easily. Not trying to get him out there, just, hey, I acknowledge that you're there. I'm not going to let you get a giant lead over there. I know you exist. Here comes first pitch to Ingram. Neuenkirchen holding the set for a while. Good job changing looks. Runner's going. That one swung, fouled back to the screen. Strike 1. Now that's one Harris had a shot at. Not a fantastic jump by Ballard. Not a bad one by any means. But a good throw from Harris there probably would have been in time to get the Notre Dame pitcher. Instead, counts 0-1. Runners remain on the corners. It's pivotal that the Bulldogs are able to strand these runners here in the 7th. Neuenkirchen looks a few times. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive. Base hit left field past the outstretched glove of Perrin. It's going to allow Goodrow to score. Ballard will remain at second. It's going to be 1st and 2nd, nobody out. as this Notre Dame offense is fully awake now. 3 straight base runners, and that's going to bring out head coach Josh Knorr. This will likely be the end of the day for Matthias Neuenkirchen as he takes the slow trot out there as Carter Arbuckle begins walking out from the bullpen. Hasn't taken the ball yet, simply having a talk here. Again, Neuenkirchen not pitching bad by any means. Just allowed a couple hits this inning and a walk. It's 3 straight base runners. It's now the second time these hitters have seen them. And, yep, Neuenkirchen going to reign in the game. Arbuckle is ready if needed. Got to imagine the leash is pretty short now. So there's runners at first and second, nobody out. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter. It's going to be Daniel Durkin. Durkin 1 for 3 in the game. Pair of flyouts and a single. The ground ball here is exactly what the Bulldogs need. 2 on, nobody out. 5-1 ball game, top of the 7th here in the rubber match. First pitch, runner goes, picked out of the dirt by Harris. Throw to third, it's going to get away again. Meister's going to have to field in and left. He's not going to have a play. Joseph Paul going to come in and score. It's going to be the second error of the game on the catcher, Harris. That's going to allow another run to score. Notre Dame extends the lead. It's going to be 6-1. And there's still a runner in scoring position, nobody away. It was a really good pitch to run on. Got to imagine Ballard had a pretty good read on the signs there in the setup of Harris. Got to change up down in the dirt. Harris tried to throw from a knee, unable to really clear the angle, just kind of yanks into left past Perrin. Almost a running start there. Throw down to second. Close play. But a good dive back in by Ingram. He's back in safely. Again, Ingram, not a ton of speed out there in second, but almost had Neuenkirchen timed up. Would have, once again, easily been able to steal third there. First pitch to Durkin. Swinging a ground ball. That's going to get up the middle for a base hit. Hudick fields it in front of him. They're going to hold the runner. Throw's going to be cut off by Davies. It's going to be runners on the corners. Nobody out. Here in the top of the second. 4 straight base runners for the Fighting Irish now. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Christopher Aris. Aris 0 for 3 in the ball game with a fly out, a ground out, and a line out. Had a good swing off of Neuenkirchen last time. Really pieced one up into center field, but unfortunately for him, fortunately for the Bulldogs, was right at Brock Hudick. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Neuenkirchen. Runner going. That one's going to be fouled away over the... It's going to go out of play, first base side. It's another good jump by a Notre Dame base runner. Daniel Durkin was essentially 3/4 of the way to second base by the time that pitch would have reached Harris. Really just needs to make an adjustment, whether it's changing the looks, going to a slide step delivery. Just change something up because, I mean, every time a runner's getting on base, they're getting great jumps off of them. 0-1, throw over. This might be a play. Not in time. It was a close play at first. Almost caught Durkin leading. Was pretty big over there. It's a good move, good throw, good tag. Just a little bit late. Count is no balls, 1 strike to Christopher Aris. Neuenkirchen pitching for the ground ball here. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up and in. It's going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got to imagine here, 1-1 count after throwing the fastball. He might see a breaking ball here. Be willing to bet that Durkin will be running on this pitch. Sizable lead off of first. He's going to throw over again. This one not nearly as accurate. Durkin back in easily. Count is still 1-1 on the Notre Dame center fielder Ayers, who's made a couple nice plays out there today. Hasn't done much with the bat, 0 for 3 on the day. As I mentioned, did have a nice swing his last time up. Durkin extends the lead once again. Holds the set for a while with a 1-1. Swinging a pop-up. This one's going to get out of play as well down the right field line. Count's going to move to 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a double play here for the Bulldogs. Exactly what they need. A 6-1 deficit with 9 outs to play with is not insurmountable by any means. But every additional run Notre Dame scores here just kind of deflates your odds of coming back in this one. 4-1. It's a 3-run deficit, very doable. But in a game where you can count the amount of hits you've had on one hand, A 5-run deficit in the late innings is obviously not what you're looking for. Count 1-2 to Ayers. Neuenkirchen comes set. Durkin running the pitch. And he's going to make it in a second. No throw. Durkin halfway to second base before Neuenkirchen even delivers the pitch. Had him timed up. It's a good pitch by Neuenkirchen there. There's a breaking ball on the outer edge. Surprised he didn't get the call. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him out on strikes. Looked like the 2-seamer down at the knees. He gets Ayers to strike out. It's going to be 1 away in the inning now. It's going to bring up Thomas Toole. He's had himself a day so far. 3 for 3 in the ball game. That includes 2 singles, a double, pair of stolen bags for him. He's been the thorn in the side of the Bulldogs today. And an RBI opportunity here. First pitch from Neuenkirchen. Swinging a line drive left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. In comes Ingram. They're waving around Durkin. Throw is going to be cut off. 2 runs are going to be scored. It's the 4th hit of the ball game for Thomas Toole. This one goes for 2 RBIs. And Notre Dame has officially busted this one open. It is 8-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. That's going to be the end of the day for Matthias Neuenkirchen. Not the outing he was looking for today. It's going to be Carter Arbuckle in relief. We'll have more on him when we come back. We're in the top of the 7th inning here at Nicolay Field. Notre Dame leads at 8-1. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College.
Elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome back. Still in the top of the 7th inning here. 4 runs already in for the Fighting Irish. It's going to be the end of the day for Matthias Neuenkirchen. She's the new pitcher. It's going to be Carter Arbuckle. Arbuckle hasn't gotten a ton of work this year. 11 2/3 innings pitched. Has a 4.63 ERA, a 1.54 whip, 17 strikeouts, only 5 walks. Definitely a swing and miss type of arm for the Bulldogs. They've really lacked that in this one. Bulldog pitching only 3 strikeouts in the game so far. Could really use one here. Matthias Neuenkirchen is responsible for the runner on first base. That's Toole. So once that is settled, we will give you the final line score for Neuenkirchen today. So for now, it's going to be the catcher, Parker Davidson. Davidson 0 for 2 on the day, has a sac bunt. First pitch, foul ball. As a little surprised they didn't call a balk there on Arbuckle. Really did not come set at all there. Looks like someone from the dugout letting him know, hey man, you got to come set. So Toole leads out for first, the 7-run deficit for the Bulldogs. Arbuckle trying to stop the bleeding. Toole is running, pitch to Davidson. Hard line drive, but well foul. Off the fence down the first base line. It's going to be behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Arbuckle, ton of weapons in the arsenal. Has a sharp breaking ball, good changeup, even a bit of a knuckleball. So plenty of options here in an 0-2 count. So Notre Dame catcher Davidson. He's going to throw one over, and it's going to be a wild throw off the fence. Toole's going to make it into second base. Umpire waving the hands. And the ball was not put back into play yet, so Bulldogs catch a break there. Thomas Toole going to be sent back to first base. As, man, that pickoff throw from Arbuckle just sailed it. a good 4 feet over the head of Davies at first. This Tool takes the slow walk back to the bag. It's been a long top of the 7th for the Bulldogs, just looking to end it any way they can, but still only 1 out. Count is 0-2 to Davidson. Arbuckle checks on Tool at first. He'll come set. Tool's running. The pitch, swinging a line drive, foul on the right field line. Once again, a good play by a base coach for this Notre Dame squad. 2 for 2 on the day. Saw the third base coach make a play earlier in the ball game, and right there the first base coach makes a play. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes. Thomas Toole taking a sweet old time heading back to first base. Should be delay a game, 5-yard penalty. Count still 0-2. Parker Davidson awaiting the pitch from Arbuckle. Arbuckle gets signed, comes set, Toole leading off the first. Here's the pitch. Playing a fly ball. Center field, not deep. Hudick barely has to move out there. Comes in a couple steps. He put the squeezes on it. It's going to be the second out of the inning as Davidson flies out to center. Arbuckle retires the first batter he faces. It's going to bring up the shortstop, John Boscarino. Boscarino, 1 for 3 in the game. Singled back in the 4th. Stole a base. One of the few strikeout victims for these Fighting Irish today. Struck out against Jack Florig back in the 2nd. Here's the pitch. Toole running. Pitch is a called strike. Throw from Harris. Not even close. Toole steals the bag easily. It's his 3rd stolen base of the ball game. However, Arbuckle gets ahead of the Fighting Irish shortstop. No balls, 1 strike. Looking to stop the bleeding here in the 7th as the Fighting Irish really busted this one open in the 7th. Next one's popped up. Davies is under it. He's put the squeeze on it. And that's going to do it for the top of the 7th. The Fighting Irish strike for 4 runs as they bust this one open by a score of 8-1. We've played 6.5 here at Nicolay Field at stretch time. We head to the bottom of the 7th here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic program. Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more. If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field. Bottom of the 7th inning being ready to be played. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Fighting Irish. It's going to be Michael Perez, a right-hander for them. Looks like we're going to have a few subs for the Bulldogs. We'll announce those as they come up. But that means the end of the day for Joseph Bollard. And it was a good one. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So really, if you ignore the walks, which look bad on paper but didn't end up being a problem, only 1 earned run across 6 innings. As Nate Linder is going to be pinch hitting here in the spot of Carson Meister to lead off the 7th inning. As Perez is ready. First pitch to Linder. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. Linder looked like he was swinging an oar. Count is 0-1 to Linder. Outfield shaded very far, and especially the right fielder, Toole. Very shallow in right field. 0-1 misses well above the zone. Only seen 2 pitches from Perez, but they've both been firm fastballs. Haven't gotten a look at anything off speed yet. Sure, it's Bulldog bench. Looking to see what they're going up against here for at least the next inning. 1-1 to Linder. Fastball just misses below the knees. It was a great job by Davison. Presented it well. Asking the umpire where it missed. Did indeed miss down. Count's going to move. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Bulldogs here in the bottom half of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses well above the zone once again. Linder having a good AB here. 3 balls, 1 strike. As in a 7-run deficit. Still 9 outs left to play with. You're just looking for base runners at this point. Linder may be doing that here. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the changeup from Perez there. Took something off of it. Might have just been a 2-seamer that didn't really get all the way through on. Nonetheless, count is 3 balls, 2 strikes to Linder. Looking for a leadoff base runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him out on strikes. Pretty much an identical pitch from the 3-1. Perez battles back from a 3-1 count to strike out Linder. It's going to be 1 away in the inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Ty Perrin. Perrin last time up had that bunt down the third base line. A little controversial play. Ended up being safe at first. Would have been a hit regardless. So he was credited with a hit. Here faces a new pitcher in Michael Perez. First pitch. Showing bunt once again. This one very hard down the third base line. Deach field sort of first is not in time. Perrin beat it. Man, is Ty Perrin fast. Off the bat, I'm sure everyone was thinking, oh man, that's right at Deach at third. He's going to throw him out pretty easily. But Perrin can fly. Gets his second bunt hit of the game and wasn't particularly close. Pretty much beat it by a full step. And Deach just wondering what he could have done differently on that play. I mean, it was bunted very firmly right at the third baseman. And really, Deach did everything well. The throw's a little bit offline, but even a good throw, really no chance to get Perrin there. That's going to turn the lineup over. It's going to be Brock Hudick. And for his 4th plate appearance of the day, he shows bunt. That one's going to miss outside. Ball 1. Perez working a lot faster than Joseph Ballard did. He comes set, checks on Perrin. Not much of a lead over there. Here's the pitch to Hudick. Fastball misses well down in the dirt. Another really good stop by Davison. He's been sensational today. Only through about 6.5 innings, but haven't seen a single pitch get by him. The most we've seen was one that he knocked down that trickled maybe an extra 3 feet in front of him. But he's doing a great job of keeping every single pitch in front of him today. 2-0 to Hudick. Perez is set. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses eye level to Hudick. Bends out of the way of it. Didn't have to. Count moves. 3 balls, no strikes. It's the right fielder, Tyler Hall, waiting on deck. Perrin leads off first. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch to Hudick. Fastball misses well inside. It's going to be another walk for Hudick. His second walk of the day. He's been on base all 4 times. We're going to have a little mound visit here from Davis. So trying to calm down his guys. The command just really was not there whatsoever. None of those pitches particularly close to Hudick. None of them within, I'd say, 4 or 5 inches of the strike zone. So the Bulldogs looking to get back into this one. Something in the outfield here would get them a run. As this is pretty much the fastest combination you're going to see between the bases and in the batter's box. Ty Perrin, Brock Hudick, and Tyler Hall. All 3 can absolutely fly. So I'm sure head coach Josh Canor loves having them all in sequential order. And this is exactly what he dreamt of here. First and second, 1 out. Tyler Hall in the box. Perez gets the sign. Checks on Perrin at second base. Here's the pitch. Fastball called. Strike inside corner. Good pitch by Perez to battle back there. And Davidson set up outside on that pitch. Kind of had to yank the glove over to get to that one in the inside corner. Still presented it very well. Gets the call in the inside corner. Perez shakes, gets the one he wants. He comes set. Glove. Waist high. Here's the 0-1. Fastball in the dirt. Good pick once again. Parker Davidson have a day back there. It was a 59-foot spiked fastball. Davidson drops down to his knee and picks it like a first baseman over there. Count's going to move 1 ball, 1 strike. Just no advancement on the bases at all in this one for the Bulldogs. Here's the 1-1. Playing a fly ball. This one's going to get out of play. Straight back. Pretty much a little towards the third base side. He was on it. Counts to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Haven't seen anything off speed yet from Perez. Maybe a changeup that he threw Linder. Tough to tell from up here. You can't really see the spin given the distance. Counts 1-2 to Hall. Checks Perrin at second base. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down low again. And another pick by Parker Davidson. Man, if you're a Bulldog base runner, there's almost no point to even get a big secondary lead. I mean, nothing's going to get by him. So the count is 2-2. Hall awaits it. Perez is set. Checks on Perrin at second base. Goes in the motion. Here's the 2-2 to Hall. Swing and a miss. Got him out on strikes. It was an elevated fastball. Hall cannot catch up to it. It's going to be 2 down in the inning. Second strikeout of the inning for Perez. It's going to bring up Jesse Leyva. He's had a couple of nice swings in this one, but is 0 for 3. Hoping for better fortunes here. It's again, a lot of speed on these bases. Probably the 2 fastest guys the Bulldogs have on the roster on the bases right now. First and second, 2 away. Jesse Leyva looking to try to help the Bulldogs get back into this one. Here's the pitch. Swing, line drive, sent back to the screen for strike 1. It was another elevated fastball from Perez. Leyva was on it. Anytime you see a hitter hit one back to the screen like that, especially right on a line, the timing was there, just a little bit under it. If he squares that thing up, that thing is going a long way here. Wind's still blowing in from right field. Anything in the air to right will just be knocked down immediately. Count is 0-1. Perez goes into the motion. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Skied in the air, center field. Ayers comes in, not deep. He'll put the squeeze on it. And that's going to do it for the Bulldog half of the 7th. They threaten, but do not score. We've played 7 here at Nicolay Field. Notre Dame leads at 8-1. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field, of course, on the campus of Adrian College. Getting ready for the top of the 8th inning here. Carter Arbuckle going back to work. Be his 2nd inning. The line has settled on Matthias Neuenkirchen out of the bullpen. Through 2 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Before Carter Arbuckle came in through 2/3 of an inning, has not allowed a hit yet. Looks like we are ready to start play here in the top of the 8th inning. For the Fighting Irish, it's going to be the shortstop, John Boscarino. Or no, it's going to be Hayden Deach. My apologies. First pitch, breaking ball, called, strike the knees. Very vocal call from the umpire. I'm sure those watching the game from the softball field about 600, 700 feet away from home plate in right field. Probably heard that one was a called strike. 0-1 from Arbuckle. That one's going to miss just above the zone. Looked pretty good from up here. Must have been above the letters. Count's going to move. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's going to be 9-1-2. Due up this inning for the Fighting Irish. Here's the pitch. That one called. Strike of the knees. Looked like the change up there from Arbuckle, and that's a good one. Starts at the knees, falls off the table. That one started at thigh high, ended at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Deach. Next one, rev up the chainsaw. Strike 3, called on the outside corner. Holden Deach goes down looking to lead off the 8th inning. It's going to flip over the lineup now. It's going to be Brendan Goodrow. It's going to be his 5th plate appearance of the day. Popped out, or singled back in the 1st, tripled in the 3rd, flew out in the 4th, walked back in the 7th, came around and scored. Scored a pair of runs in this game. He goes bunt right back to the pitcher Arbuckle. He fields PFPs. And Goodrow is retired. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. As Arbuckle is going to be looking for the first 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldog pitching staff today. Not a bad idea from Goodrow there. We've already seen a couple of bunt hits on both sides in this one, but that one pretty much just right back to Arbuckle. Nice, easy play. It's going to bring up Bollard. He's going to take a first pitch strike on the outer edge. Man, that is one of the more obscure strike calls you're going to hear. I feel bad for the vocal cords of the home plate umpire. 0-1, breaking ball. Doesn't make it back to the plate in time. It's going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Joseph Bollard dropped the bunt down last time. Perfect down the third base line. Newenkirchen just didn't have a play on it. Count is 1-1. That was going to miss down and in. Went with the fastball there. Bollard moves ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bulldog outfield very deep to the dangerous left-handed hitting Bollard. Pitched a great game. Gave himself some run support. Looking to add on to it here in the 8th. Next one, ground ball. Rosa Franco fields on the backhand. Bobbles it. Might have time to first. And he is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Carter Arbuckle. No hits, no runs. We've played 7.5 here at Nicolay Field. The Fighting Irish lead this one 8-1. You're watching Club Baseball.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning. Being ready to be played here. Do it for the Bulldogs here is going to be 4-5-6. That is Javier Rosa Franco, Connor Davies, and Andrew Walker. Sorry, not Andrew Walker. It's Jack Florg, who after exiting the game as a pitcher, entered into the DH spot in place of Drew Walker. So the throw from Davidson goes down to second. Michael Perez out for his 2nd inning of work in this one. Actually, I believe the pitcher is Keaton Rogers. Rosa Franco showing bunt, gets sent right up to us here in the booth. If that net's not there, I'm sticking the right paw up and making the play. Unfortunately, the net is here. It's going to be strike 1 to Rosa Franco. It's been a slow day for him. Struck out back in the 4th. Later walked in the 6th. Count is 0-1. Rogers goes in the motion. Here's the pitch. Spiked fastball. I think that's the first ball we've seen get past the catcher Davidson. There's nobody on. Doesn't mean anything. Wasn't trying to block that one by any means. Just threw the glove at it and hope this natural talent took over. It's going to be called time on Rosa Franco. I believe the pitcher Rogers did not make eye contact with Rosa Franco before beginning the motion. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Fastball called, strikeout or edge. Another very audible call from the home plate umpire. Man, someone get this man a hot tea with lemon and honey. Maybe a nice cough drop after this one. I feel for this man's vocal cords. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rosa Franco. Swinging a line drive. Foul. Down the left field line. Got the elevated fastball. Got on plane with it. Just a little out in front of it. Hooked it foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's not often you see Rosa Franco chase out of the zone. Pitch was definitely out of the zone, but if you're going to be on time with it, you're going to match it on plane. There's no problem going after the high cheese. It's rare you see someone actually be out in front of that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rogers. He's going to come set. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Unsurprisingly, it's going to be stopped once again by Parker Davidson. In other news, the sky is blue. Count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers comes set. Glove at the waist, goes into the motion. Here's the pitch. Another one in the dirt. It's going to load things up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. For a 7-run ball game, this Bulldog bench, most of them still on that top rail. Of course, you're going to have the ones who just kind of hanging out, especially the ones that have either played in this game and have been removed for various reasons. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes to Javier Rosa Franco, waiting to pay off. Here's the pitch from Rogers. That one's going to miss outside. Ball 4. Rosa Franco has a great at-bat there. He's going to work a leadoff walk for the Bulldogs as they try to climb their way into this one. Down 7. 6 outs remaining on their side in this one. Is it likely? No. Is it insurmountable? Also, no. Seen crazy things happen on a baseball field before. It's going to make the first baseman Connor Davies. Davies 1 for 3 on the day. Singled back in the second. First pitch to him. Fastball. It's going to miss inside. And that was going to get away from Davidson. Rosa Franco able to move into second base. That is the first time in 7+ innings of baseball with a runner on base that a ball has gotten away from Davidson. It's not like the opportunities haven't been there. He's just made an absurd amount of stops in the dirt, sliding to his left, right, jumping out of the crouch. Very athletic. And finally, one gets by, and Bulldogs have a man in scoring position. The 1-0 to Davies. Called strike inside corner and at the knees. Good pitch there from Rogers. This Notre Dame roster, funny enough, has 2 number 21s. I had a 50-50 shot, picked the wrong one. But according to Game Changer, this is Keaton Rogers. That's 1-1 to Davies. Rosa Franco running. This one lifted into right field. Back goes Toole, still running back, and he's not going to get there. It's going to bounce over his head. Davies pulls into second base with a double. Rosa Franco around third. He will score. Connor Davies gets the job done there. Blasts a double over the head of Thomas Toole and right. It's the Bulldogs' second run of the ball game. Deficit down to 6. It's 8-2 Irish here in the bottom of the 8th. Like a fastball there from Rogers, middle of the plate. And Davies all over it. Off the bat, it didn't look like anything too crazy, but when it got in the air, it just kept on carrying. Toole, he's been playing shallow all day, and finally, one of the Bulldogs burns them. Toole now is moved back in right field. Not as shallow as he was before as Jack Florig steps in here. First pitch to him. Fastball called. Strike of the letters. To pitch Florig. Probably not thrilled that was called a strike. On the mound, didn't get that call the entire time, but here in the batter's box, the call goes against him. Davies, the runner on second, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 Irish lead. Pitch to Florig. Fastball misses below the zone. Let's get even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The catcher, Harris, waiting on deck. The sun has mostly gone away here. Still a little bit, but a couple players in sunglasses. It's a little bright out, even without the sun fully out. 1-1 to Florg. Swinging a line drive foul down the left field line. It's going to get out of play. Good swing again from Florg. Seeing good swings for him throughout this one. Fortunately, has not resulted in a hit so far for Florg. He lined out back in the 5th, walked in the 6th, now faces a 1-2 count against Keaton Rogers here in the bottom of the 8th. Rogers comes set. Here's the 1-2 to Florg. Fastball misses well above the zone. It's going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Harris waiting on deck. Singled back in the 5th and scored. Rogers shakes, gets the one he wants. He's going to come set. Davies again, the runner on second base. Sizable lead over there. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, foul. Set that one straight back off the screen. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, Bulldog fans still largely in attendance here. Had a couple leave given the score of the game, but a lot of family members sticking around, supporting their Bulldog athletes. Florida going to call time. Dugout, give a little chirping to the pitcher, Rogers. Friendly chirping, but chirping nonetheless. Count is 2-2. Rogers looking for the sign, gets the one he wants. He comes set, glove, torso high. Here's the 2-2 to Florg. Fastball in the dirt. Unsurprisingly, picked out of the dirt by Davidson. It's going to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out in the inning after the Connor Davies RBI double. Drove in Javier Rosa Franco. Rogers looking in. Gets the one he wants. He's going to come set. Here's the pitch to Florg. Swinging a line drive. Base hit. Into right field. Toole Fields. Davies will be held at third. Florg into first. It's 3 straight base runners for the Bulldogs, and they're in business once again. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. It's going to bring up the catcher, Damon Harris. Looks like we're going to have a mound visit here. It's going to be Joseph Ballard out of the dugout as the interim player coach with the center fielder, Christopher Ayers, who's typically the player coach, not wanting to make the long jog in. Looks like Ballard's just telling his guy Rogers, hey, you got a 6-run lead. The tying run does not come up for a while. Throw strikes, they're going to find gloves eventually. So home plate umpire is going to come out to the mound, break up the tea party. It's going to be Damon Harris stepping in now. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Ran into a double play in the 2nd. Singled and later scored in the 5th. Grounded out back in the 6th. So it's his fourth plate appearance of the day. This one, once again, runners on the corner. Second time he's been in this position today. This time, nobody out. Florg the runner on first. Davies the runner on third. Rogers comes set. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball called. Strike. Man, that thing's got some nice movement to it. Harris just did not read that one whatsoever. Knee kind of buckled, bent out of the way. And then when, oh shoot, that thing's going to break in the middle. And then it did. That was 0-1. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Florg running. That one away. Here's the throw from Davidson down to second base. Not in time. Florg gets the left hand in. Swipe second. It was a good throw from Davidson off the knees. Pitch was a called ball. It's going to move things to 1 ball, 1 strike. So now Harris just needs anything in play to get himself an RBI. Third baseman Deach, even with the bag, pretty much anything not to third or to the pitcher will get Davies in from third. Sizable lead. Here's the 1-1 to Harris. Fastball just off the plate. In and out of the glove of Davidson. Unable to present that one well. As a result, doesn't get the call. 2 balls, 1 strike. Harris looking for his 2nd hit of the ballgame. This one likely to bring in 2, at least 1. 2-1 to Harris. That one's spiked. It's going to be get away from Davidson. Davies going to come in and score. 2nd run of the game for the Bulldogs. Deficit down to 5. It's 8-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. spent so much time talking about just how good of a job Parker Davidson has been, and no one can blame him for that one getting away. That fastball did not make it to the brown-colored turf here at Nicolay Field, about 56 feet. Davidson had to stand up, and it still almost bounced over him. And it gets away. That one misses well, down and away. Harris draws a walk. He's going to replace Florg at first, as Florg's on third. And we're going to have another mound visit. Second mound visit of the inning from a coach means this will be the end of the day for Keaton Rogers. So the Bulldogs have something brewing here in the bottom of the 8th, trying to get back into this one. Currently trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. You're watching Club Baseball here at Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back to Nicolay Field. Still in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 runs already in for the Bulldogs, and they are still in business. Runners on the corners with nobody out. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Fighting Irish. It's going to be Jack Gallagher, first left-hander we've seen from Notre Dame today. Watching him in warm-ups, doesn't look overpowering. Most likely a junk pitcher, pitch to contact type of guy. In a situation like this with first and third, it's exactly what you need. The double play would bring a run home, but this late in the ball game, I'm sure Notre Dame's willing to trade a run for 2 outs. It's going to be Nate Linder stepping in here, bottom of the 8th inning. He entered the game as a pinch hitter back in the 7th. Struck out in a lengthy at-bat against the previous pitcher, Keaton Rogers. It was the first batter Rogers had faced. So Linder did do his job. Saw a lot of pitches off of Rogers, which allowed the teammates behind him to kind of get a read on him. And that's where we're at now. 4 straight base runners for the Bulldogs in the 8th inning, looking for a 5th. First pitch to Linder. Harris running, throws low. It's going to be cut off by the pitcher. Try to snap throw to Florg. Florg about to step off the bag. Harris is going to swipe second base. Another stolen base for the Bulldogs today, as that category has been largely dominated by the Fighting Irish today, just abusing the pitcher-catcher battery today for the Bulldogs. Second and third, nobody out. Linder trying to get at least 1 run home here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 0-1. Called, strike of the knees. Going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Linder. Looks like a good pitch to hit. Center cut fastball at the knees. It's one Linder can easily hit on the ground to shortstop, bring a run home, bring the deficit down to 4. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses well outside the zone. Davis had to slide over to get it. Can move the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield, pretty much what we've seen all day. Toole, the right fielder, has moved back in after being burned by Davies. Very shallow out and right with the wind blowing in. Both other outfielders standard depth. 2-1, cut and a miss from Linder. Center cut fastball. Linder swung through it. Count's going to move. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs trying to get back into this ball game. Currently trail by 5. Here's a pitch from Gallagher. Swing and a miss. Got him out on strikes. Middle fastball. Linder swung right through it. 2 at-bats for Linder, 2 strikeouts. It's going to bring up Ty Perrin for his 4th plate appearance of the day. 2 for 3 in the ballgame with a strikeout. And I would say both of his hits traveled a combined distance of about maybe 120 feet. They've both been bunt hits down the third base line. Third baseman Deach about 2 steps into the infield grass, or I should say the green-colored turf here at Nicolay Field. Showing bunt once again. This one called strike on the outer edge. Generous call from the home plate umpire. He's looking over down the first base side. The first baseman Daniel Durkin. Also a good 2 to 3 steps into the grass there. It's Florg the runner on third, Harris the runner on second. Perrin looking to get at least 1 in. Next one called strike. Outside corner again with the fastball. Gallagher hitting his spots early on here. As once these base runners are settled, we'll give you the final line score for the previous pitcher, Rogers. Count is 0-2. Gallagher comes set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses well out of zone. Nice athletic stop once again from Davidson. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Gallagher pitching for the strikeout once again. Perrin already struck out in this game, was looking for another one here to strand these runners on second and third. Here's the 1-2 to Perrin. Swinging a pop-up. That's going to get out of play, foul. Down the third base line. Perrin staying alive in this one. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a ton of speed. The runner on second base in Harris. So anything into the outfield, it's got to be hit fairly softly if Harris is going to score on a hit. But Florg, good speed over there on third. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball way outside again. Another good stop by Davidson. As that breaking ball started as a ball and finished, well, as even more of a ball. It's going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perrin looking to get an important pair of runs home for the Bulldogs. Here's the 2-2 from Gallagher. Swinging a ground ball, foul down the first base line. And a good play by the first base coach, Dave Davies. Now these base coaches, 3 for 3 on plays today. The only base coach yet to make a play in this one is the Bulldog head coach, Josh Knorr. Sitting there, hands in the hoodie pockets. As Gallagher comes set, ready for the 2-2. Here it is. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Threw him the fastball. Perrin was on it. Having a good AB here. He was on that one. First 2 pitches of the at-bat were both painted fastballs from Gallagher on the outside corner. Tried to go back to it again. This time, Perrin battling. He's able to spoil it. Buy himself another one. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gallagher gets the sign. He comes set. Glove at the waist. Goes into motion. The pitch. Swinging another foul back to the screen. Ty Perrin having himself an AB. And if nothing else, giving Brock Hudick, the hitter on deck, plenty of looks at what he's about to face from the Notre Dame left-hander. Sun back out in this one. It's been a really nice day here at Nicolay Field. Count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gallagher comes set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, center field, not deep. Ayers, he gets behind it. Going to need a strong throw to get Florg, and it's going to be cut off. Florg, he will score without a throw. It'll be a sac fly for Ty Perrin. A lengthy sac fly at that. Good AB from him. Bulldogs going to score their 4th run of the ball game, 3rd of the inning. 8-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner still on second base. That's going to turn the lineup over to center fielder Brock Hudick. It's going to be his 5th plate appearance of the ball game thus far. Singled back in the first, walked in third, had an RBI fielder's choice in the 5th, and walked in the 7th. Very productive day from Hudick. Looking to add on to that. First pitch to him. Breaking ball misses outside. It's going to get away from Davidson. Harris going to move into third base. Runner on third now for the Bulldogs. Ever since I mentioned how well Davidson was doing, he's had to let a few balls past him. That was a tough block. But one we've seen him make multiple times throughout this game. A little surprised he didn't make that block. So anything in the outfield will score Harris now. Count is 1-0 to Hudick. Here's the pitch. Fastball below the knees, in and out of the glove of Davidson. If he's able to squeeze that one and present it well, might be getting that call instead. The count's going to move to 2 balls, no strikes to Hudick. Hudick, probably the hottest hitter in this Bulldog lineup. A huge series against Western. Great pair of games against Hillsdale. Has been solid this weekend against Notre Dame. 2-0. That one called ball. Gallagher frustrated with the call there. Just kind of stands there and stares at the umpire. 3-0 here. Hudick, a guy who he will get the green light. 3-0. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him take a pass on a fastball here. Here's the pitch. That one well up in the zone. It's another walk for Hudick. His 3rd walk of the game. He is on base for the 5th time. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Tyler Hall. Now, out of all the guys in the lineup, you'd probably want up in this situation. Hall's one of them. He's not had a great day so far. He's 0 for 4, pair of strikeouts. But if you ask me, I just think he's due. Gallagher comes set. Hudick taking off. Here's the pitch. Weak ground ball sent over to second base. Ingram fields, throw over to Durkin, and Hall is retired. However, it's a successful inning for the Bulldogs. They put up 3 in the bottom half of the 8th, cut the deficit down to 4. Fighting Irish lead this one 8-4. We've played 8 here at Nicolay Field. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back. Top of the 9th inning. Getting ready to be played here. Carter Arbuckle back on the mound. As now that the last inning's base runners have been cleared off, we'll look at the final line score for Keaton Rogers of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Out of the bullpen through 1 inning. Allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts before handing it off to Jack Gallagher. But it's Carter Arbuckle. He's had great success early on in this one. Yet to allow a run in 1 2/3. It's a strikeout already. As we're ready for play here in the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be 3-4-5 due up here for the Fighting Irish. First pitch breaking ball. Misses badly, up and in. Arbuckle falls behind 1-0. Ingram singled back in the first. Grounded out in the third. That drove in a run. Strikeout in the 5th. RBI single in the 7th. Next one called. Strike. It's going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arbuckle just trying to keep this a 4-run ball game and gives his guys a chance in the bottom half of the 9th. 1-1. Fly ball, foul. Sent down the first base line. Well out of play. Into that new dome that is being built just outside Nicolay Field, just down the right field line there. A lot of progress being made. There's turf down. We're nearing the completion of that. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Looked like the changeup from Arbuckle up in the zone. Ingram did not see it well at all. As a result, swings through it. It's another strikeout for Arbuckle. Arbuckle has sent down 6 straight Notre Dame batters in this one. 1 away here in the 9th. It's going to bring up Daniel Durkin. First pitch, called, strike. Like the changeup once again. Tough to tell if it's a changeup or a knuckleball with a bit of spin on it. Either way, it's been very effective for him so far. Next one, called, strike. That one, the fastball outside corner. Arbuckle quickly ahead of Durkin. No balls, 2 strikes. Looking for a second consecutive strikeout, 3rd overall. 1-2. Fastball misses well outside the zone. Count's going to move 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arbuckle already back in the mound, ready. Goes in the motion. Terrace kicks, fires. The 1-2. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right field. Out goes Rosa Franco. In comes Hall. It'll be Hall catching it on the run. 7 straight retired by Carter Arbuckle. As there's 2 away here in the inning. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Christopher Harris. Harris 0 for 4 in the ball game. He is one of 3 Notre Dame players without a hit in this one. Flew out back in the 2nd. Ground out, a line out, and a strikeout. First pitch out of the zone, ball 1. Arbuckle already back in the mound. Goes in the motion. Here's the 1-0. Fastball skips in the dirt. Picked out by Harris. Count moves. No balls, 2 strikes. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be 3, 4, 5. Due up for the Bulldogs. That's Leyva, Rosa Franco, and Davies. It's not a bad spot in the lineup to be due up when you need 4 runs. The 2-0 misses well above the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. Arbuckle in danger of allowing his first base runner of the outing. He's really kept his guys in this ball game, even just giving them a chance to come back in it. 3-0, called, strike, fastball inside corner. Late call by the umpire, but pitch was certainly there, presented well by the catcher, Harris. If Harris were to reach, it'd be Thomas Toole on deck, who'd be looking for his 5th hit of the ball game. Arbuckle was in the motion, the 3-1, swinging a foul tip off the glove of Harris. Going to load things up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. If Harris were to reach, again, Thomas Toole. Boy, has Toole just been something else for the Fighting Irish today. As Arbuckle climbs back onto the mound. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. Goes into the motion. Turns, kicks, fires. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses, ball above the zone. It's going to be a walk for Christopher Harris. Going to bring up Thomas Toole, who is looking for his 5th hit of the ball game. I cannot remember the last time I have seen a player have 5 hits in a ball game. It was a single in the 2nd, single in the 4th, double in the 6th, and single in the 7th. That one in the 7th drove in 2. He's been a thorn. The Bulldogs, that one sent in the air to center field. Hewitt giving chase. He's not going to get there. It's going to get down. It's going to bounce off the base of the wall. Harris rounding 3rd. He will score. Toole heading into 3rd. He will make it there without a throw. It is the 5th hit of the ball game for Thomas Toole, as he is on another planet against these Bulldogs. It's the first run allowed for Carter Arbuckle. It's going to extend the Notre Dame lead to 5. It's 9-4 here in the top of the 9th. It was a fastball from Arbuckle. That one just got too much plate up in the zone. Toole met it on plane and absolutely hammered it out the center. Hewitt not playing terribly deep. Had a good jump on it with great speed, and even he was unable to get there. Just a great swing from Toole. And really, it's been 5 great swings for him today. It's going to bring up Parker Davidson. First pitch to him. Line drives out the 2nd. Rosa Franco fields. Chest high hop. Throw over to Davies. And the side is retired. However, the Fighting Irish scored 1 run on 1 hit. We've played 8.5 here at Nicolay Field. Last chance for the Bulldogs coming up in the bottom of the 9th. They trail by 5. You're watching Club Baseball here on Adrian College TV.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
It's go time for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. They struck for 3 in the bottom half of the 8th. But after allowing a run in the top of the 9th, it is once again a 5-run deficit. It's Jack Gallagher back on the mound for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It's going to be 3-4-5 duo for the Bulldogs here. And they just need base runners. You cannot hit a 5-run homer in baseball. So you just got to get on base, put a good AB together, and find a barrel. Leyva leading off the inning. He's had a lot of good swings today. Last 3 at-bats. Had a barrel hit out to center field, but has not gotten anything to land today. He is 0 for 4. Hoping for better fortunes here in what is an unlikely comeback for the Bulldogs. But as I've mentioned, we've definitely seen crazier things happen. So Leyva climbing into the batter's box. Gallagher ready to get started here in the 9th. He is on the mound. Leyva ready. Comes set. First pitch to Leyva. Fastball called. Strike of the knees. Good pitch there by Gallagher. Now, Gallagher, the lefty on the mound, not super tall. I'd pin him around 5'10", roughly. Next one. Swinging a line drive foul back to the screen. Another fastball from Gallagher. Leyva, again, he was on it. He's been on almost everything that has been thrown to him today. However, everything his hits found a glove. He's 0 for 4. And now faces an 0-2 count here. Trying to get things started here in the bottom of the 9th for the Bulldogs. They trail by 5. Gallagher comes set. Goes in the motion. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. And it's going to go under the glove of Durkin. Leyva's going to reach. Tough to say if that's going to be ruled a hit or an error for Durkin. It was a tough play. It was an in-between hop as he was coming into his right on the backhand. Have to imagine it's going to be ruled a hit. I'm going to give Leyva a hit. Been a little bit more generous today on the hits as opposed to the errors as I usually am. But I'm going to say that one's a hit. It was a tough play. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Javier Rosa Franco. Franco, 3 plate appearances in this one, yet to put 1 in play. He takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Struck out back in the 4th, walked in the 6th, and walked out in the 8th. Later came around and scored. He's been on base twice for his guys. Productive day for him, looking for more. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses well inside the zone. Rosa Franco thought about it. Wisely holds up the swing. Count's going to move to 1 ball, 1 strike. Leyva, the runner on first. Pretty much no speed to speak of with him. Short lead over there. His run means nothing. Just don't run into an out over there if you're Leyva. 1-1 to Rosa Franco. Fastball called. Strike of the knees. Presented well by the catcher Parker Davison as he's been doing all game today. He's been sensational back there for the Fighting Irish. Kind of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rosa Franco's had great at-bats. Needs another one here. Here's the 1-2 from Gallagher. Swing and a miss. There's a fastball on the outside corner. Rosa Franco swung through. It's first out of the inning for Gallagher and the rest of Notre Dame. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Connor Davies. Davies' pair of hits in this one. Singled back in the 2nd. Flew out in the 4th. Grounded out in the 6th and had that big RBI double last inning. Which later came around and scored. Productive day for him. Looking for more. First pitch to him. Swing a line drive sent back to the screen. Set out our way. That is no balls. 1 strike to Davies. Again, I would expect to see this outfield shaded a little bit more in. The right fielder Toole, about where he was last time Davies was up and he got burned. Next one. That one's going to be in the dirt. Davidson knocks it down but scoots a little bit too far away. It's going to allow Jesse Leyva to move into scoring position now. As the fact that Davidson was even able to get a glove or a chest or a leg tough to tell what he got, but the fact that he even got in front of that is impressive. But unfortunately for him, gets a little bit too far away. Leyva moves into second. Got his 1 ball, 1 strike to Davies, looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game. Gallagher gets the one he wants. He comes set, glove at the waist. Goes into the motion. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, not hit hard. Past the pitcher Gallagher, fielded by Ingram. Throw over to Durkin, and Davies is retired. Leyva moves up to 3rd on the play. The Bulldogs now down to their last out. And it's going to be in the hands of Jack Florig, who threw the first pitch of this one. He was the starting pitch for the Bulldogs. Was relieved for in the 5th inning. He's had a few at-bats in this one. He is 1 for 2 on the day, lined out back in the 5th, walked in the 6th, singled back in the 8th. Looking to keep up his good day at the plate. He is the last chance for this Bulldog offense today. First pitch. Fastball is going to miss down below the zone. Florig going to get ahead here. Leyva the runner on 3rd. If you're Florig, you're just looking to pass the baton here. Trailing 5, 1 out left to go. At least give the guy behind you a chance. The 1-0 fastball misses just below the zone. It's a good pitch by Gallagher there. Home plate umpire didn't budge on it. It's from up here. It looked like it was indeed below the zone. Count's going to be 2-0 to Florig. Gallagher comes set. Here's the pitch to Florig. It's going to fly ball left field, not deep. Good row. Under it, he'll put the squeeze on it. And that one's going to do it for the ball game. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish take game 3, and as a result, they take the series. They win today's ball game 9-4. They improved to 6-3 on the season, 5-1 in conference play. So that's going to do it from us at Adrian College TV today. Bulldogs drop game 3 in this one. Back at it next weekend. Sorry, 2 weekends. They have Easter weekend off. I have been Remington Gilniak. Thank you for watching from all of us at Adrian College TV. And so long, everyone.